Testing, testing. All right, after a lot of running around, y'all, we finally here. I'm gonna turn my camera on in a second, y'all. Just give me a second, boy. What a morning I had, bro. I'm gonna just tell y'all all about it in a second. What a morning I had. I'm gonna tell y'all all about it in a second. I see the numbers. The numbers do matter. The numbers is important. If you are in the chat and you're listening to me, drop a number in the chat 1 through 100. Drop a number in the chat 1 through 100, whether you're on YouTube or Twitch. Drop a number in the chat 1 through 100. 1 through 100. Now I'll explain that in a second. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Drop numbers in the chat 1 through 100. Alright, y'all. Drop numbers in the chat 1 through 100. Somebody about to walk away with $50. You only can guess one time. Somebody about to walk away with $50. You only can guess one time. One time. I've been running around. I go and get new tents. I get a card every day. A new card every day. I go and get tents today. Was supposed to yesterday, but they would give me the runaround. I go today. Dude start at 10 o'clock. Bro, he don't finish my freaking tents till 12 o'clock, fool. Because he want to tell me how many white women he slept with in his life. And he wanted to talk about, you know, a lot of different things. We just put it like that. I don't even want to get into all of that. So, yeah, let me settle down. And, like, let me lock in. There's no way tents take 2 hours. So I genuinely apologize. But I wasn't going to do what I did yesterday. Yesterday, I pushed time back. Then I just canceled. I wasn't doing that today. So we about to make the best out of this show today, whether it's an hour, whether it's 2 hours, whether it's 3 hours. So with that being said, how with that being said, how could I not start the show off a certain way, y'all? How could I not start the show off a certain way?
Growing up ain't had no guidance, so I had to let my mama do it. If something happened to me, just know my brothers ain't do it.
Yeah. Hold on, I gotta put some shorts on. Hold on. Appreciate that. Yo, listen. I'm trying to be nice, y'all. If I see two numbers, if you put two numbers in the chat, you disqualified. If you put two numbers in the chat, you disqualified, bro. Straight up. Straight up.
Let's go.
Alright, y'all, look good. Milo in the back. Y'all see new edition. I got a new mirror in the back. Just thank God for everything. Gotta stay prayed up. What I gotta get my charger. It's my last time getting up. I gotta get my charger. Oh, Miss Lamicia. I think I said your name right. You made the YouTube side of things. Let's go. That's what it's all about. Getting people from spaces to come to YouTube, baby. Let's go. You cut my Wi-Fi off, I'm gonna cut it right back on. We both working IT, brother. Alright, y'all. Alright, y'all. This is how we gonna do this. I'm about to give one nigga $50. One person, $50. If somebody give 5 subs right now, I'll take another shot and give somebody else $25. Somebody take one for the team. Somebody give 5 subs right now, and I'll give away $75 in total. Let's see if somebody take one for the team. I'm about to pour another shot. Much that costs on a serious note, y'all. So we can cancel that. One person get $50, y'all. I'm happy for y'all regardless. Let's scroll to the top and let's see some numbers. Yeah, I'm gonna give y'all one more minute to put a number in the chat. You cannot put a number in the chat no more in a minute. When my clock hit 12:47, do not put a number in the chat. If you already put a number in the chat, that's good. Let's see. We got 23 people here on Twitch. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the ones that's watching on YouTube too. And anybody that's watching on Twitter potentially. Oh yeah, super cancel that. Super cancel that. Yeah, that's crazy. That was a bad decision by me. I did not know that. Yeah. Horrible. Alright, we're gonna scroll up. On YouTube, Jordan Woods 37, B Young 5, JT 3022, Anush 63, Larry Lamisa 7. Okay. Alright. 2 people said 7. Wait. Lamisia John, you gotta pick a different number. Byron got 7 already. Lamisia John, you gotta pick a different number. I'm giving you a chance. Byron got 7 already. And then that's it. Yeah. Low went with 54. Lamisia John, can you pick a number, please? Giving them a chance. 24 is your number, okay. Yeah, I see your number. Hey Alexa, pick a number 1 through 100.
Here's a number between 1 and 100. It's 68.
68. Damn. Anush got 63. FTG Squad 66. Nana 68. Oh shit. Hey Nana, what I tell you? What I tell you today? What I tell you today? Let's go. What I tell you today? Nana DM'd me like 30 minutes ago. She was like, it's 12 o'clock. Where you at? Like, you know what I'm saying? Where the show at? I'm like, my bad. I hope you win though. She just won. Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. Nah, DM your cash app or text me your cash app. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nana, y'all. I got a song. I'm playing this for Nana right here, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and get the show started. Yeah. $50 giveaway. Yeah. Her nigga ain't doing that. Facts. Hey, her nigga ain't doing that. Facts.
Got a word for no full nigga chick, and I'm S-I-N-G. Hell yeah, again. Outside hanging out the window with my ratchet ass friend.
Alright, let's go. Make sure you text me your cash app. Shout out to Nana, y'all. Alright, good afternoon, everybody that's in here. Welcome to another Facts and Stats show. We are about to being here talking about some. I don't have cash app. If you guys Zelle, I'll Zelle it to you. We about to be in here talking about NBA Summer League action. Probably like the last roundup of the NBA offseason moves. And then I'm going to try to squeeze in like maybe potentially World Cup stuff. Or I might wait till the Final Four or the full Elite Eight. And then I got to warm my brain up with a lot of the NFL stuff. So I got to slowly but surely bring that in. I'm still going to try to do Sunday through... yeah, you behind D-Mac. I'm still going to try to do Sunday through Tuesday when it comes to the show. So keep that in mind, y'all. I'm going to still try to do Sunday through Tuesday when it comes to the show. And... yeah, so congratulations to Nana. Thank you all for being here. It really means a lot for the people that being here, even when I be pushing the time back. Yeah, I never purposely try to push the time back or purposely try to cancel the show. I made that very clear. Like, I never do that. I never do that on purpose. If I can, well, I can, so I'm not going to say that. But, yeah, if I can do it, I'm going to do it. Let me just put it like that. And I was actually supposed to work today, and I didn't even go to work today. So... yeah, I had full-blown intentions to do the show today, and here we are. So thank y'all for just supporting no matter what. That's why it's so important to follow the Twitter page. It is so important to join the Discord, because you all, I always make sure one thing that y'all cannot deny is that I send a notification out or that tweet out at the end of the day. I always do it, and I keep it up to date too. Like I always do it. You know, Discord and or Twitter. So it's at Fact and Stats _ on Twitter. And in the Discord is obviously I'll pin that in a second. If the Discord populates in the chat, can somebody pin it, please? And I'll put it in the YouTube chat in a second. As far as the show today, y'all, we're going to be talking about, like I said, the last NBA offseason updated moves. I don't think I was live on the show talking about the JB trade and or anything else that happened, so I might refresh my mind around that one more time before I wrap it all up. And then Darryn Peterson and his 2 performances so far in the NBA Summer League, and also highlighting some of the other performances so far in the Summer League when it comes to Michael Brown, Yax, Yegor, Cam Boozer, whoever you can think of. Obviously, we got more action as far as Vegas this weekend. I mean, I said this weekend, this Thursday. Oh, well, we see AJ and DP this Thursday, put it like that. It'll obviously be a watch party for that. And I'll be present for that game. Start at 9 o'clock, and I think my game is at 8:23, so I'll be able to share my screen for that. Potential World Cup updates, y'all. Potential, you know, I'm not a super duper cat soccer guy, but I have been tapping into a lot of these games, and I've been enjoying a lot of these games. I think right now, I believe Egypt might be up on Argentina. Oh, it's right there on the screen, 1-0 right now. I'm at the half, And like I said, NFL offseason rewind. If that's not today, that is going to be this Sunday or Monday. When it comes to like refreshing our brains with a lot of the moves that happened in the NFL this offseason, things your teams did, and then we're going to be diving into all the divisions, obviously over the next month or month and a half, maybe even 2, and then ranking the different positions around the league and things like that. And then obviously sooner rather than later, we're going to have our fact and stats fantasy football live draft party. I don't know how I feel about that personally, because during the draft I can't share my screen. I mean, I can share my screen like I do for y'all, but I can't queue players up, because people that's in the draft gonna see the players that I got queued up and might want to nab them from me. So this year, I don't know how I'm gonna go about that, y'all. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna go about that, because I don't want them to see the players that I got in my queue, because I'm trying to win. I'm trying to compete. I finished in 3rd place last year, and that's not good enough, you know. So that's just to give y'all an insight. So like I said, I'm gonna start the show off talking about a couple of moves just to refresh my mind, refresh my brain when it comes to trades, signings, and things like that around the NBA. I have not sat here and talked with you all in about 6 days, I believe. And I think when it was a space the following day or whatever, I wasn't present either. So just share a portion of the screen. I need to know how I can do that. Trust. 15 people on YouTube and counting. Thank y'all on YouTube. Make sure I hit the thumbs up button on this video, y'all. Make sure I hit the thumbs up button on this video. The folks that's on YouTube. YouTube is changing up too much. Like, what the hell? Like, some platforms don't need to change all the time. Alright, y'all. I done took 2 shots. My favorite number is 3. I might do one more and then I'm done for the day. I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate all y'all support over the last 4 years. Like, I be sitting back and thinking, to do a daily show, let me get personal. Move my face in the camera. To do a daily show for 4 years is crazy. Like, I don't think y'all understand that. The amount of time, effort, commitment, like, that's wild. You know, I thank God that I haven't like dealt with no real deal sicknesses, like, so I had to like cancel for a whole entire week or 2 or 3 or maybe even a month. You know what I'm saying? I haven't dealt with nothing like that. If I probably was sick, I probably still did a show for the most part. But I wasn't like sick. You know what I'm saying? So I thank God for that. Like me living in Arizona, still doing the show. I shifted to doing the show at 8 a.m. because out there obviously it's 3-hour difference. So like I thank God for that. You know, and also just never quitting and never stopping. Like I thank God for that too. You know, and I always noticed, and I always say this, like, people will start podcasts with a group of people. People will start a clothing brand with a group of people. People will start group chats with a group of people. Like, people will start whatever with people or start whatever by themselves, and then they always stop. Like it just never just continue. This hasn't stopped yet. Like, it still hasn't stopped. Even with me randomly getting this job, I didn't go out and seek my new job. My new job sought me. Like, they reached out to me, and I had no reason to turn it down. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and I truly feel like God sends signs in different ways. You know, sends signs in different ways. So that's why I took it. At the end of the day, where's OG? Where's OG at, bruh? Let me text OG. That's what I'm looking for today. Where's OG at? Nah, bad. I just saw your message. That's what I'm looking for today. I'm looking for OG, and I'm looking for all the people that I was debating about Darryn Peterson 5 months ago, 6 months ago, 7 months ago, when it comes to his health, when it comes to him being on the court, when it comes to all of that type of stuff. BK, appreciate that. All that type of stuff. I'm looking for them folks. We're going to get right into it. And I promise you, Thursday is up. And I'm a fan of AJ. I like AJ. I just think one is better, and that's okay. You know, we're going to get to that in a second. So, y'all, if you want to talk sports with me, feel free to join the Fact and Stats Discord. I'm about to go into the Discord right now. And you will join the live show stage. And if you don't want to talk today, you just chilling, whether you're at work, whether you're at home, whatever the case may be, that is totally fine, y'all. That's totally fine as well. but I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. So I'm gonna start on the NBA side of things real quick and share my thoughts on a trade that I never got to share my thoughts on for you all. Usually I was trying to get back into making shorts, but I haven't had the time to be able to do that either. I haven't had the time to do that either. You know, it's a lot that I'm dealing with, like a lot that's going on in life. My sister get married this weekend. Shout out to my sister, by the way.
Let's go.
My sister get married this weekend. You know what I'm saying? That's a blessing. Like, I hope they get married one day. I hope everybody in here get married one day. You know, having a significant other and, you know, committing to them for life when it comes to marriage, that's big. You know, I ain't gonna lie. I can't even imagine. Well, I'm not gonna say I can't imagine like that, but like, I would love to be able to experience and see what it feel like to be married to somebody. My brother Byron got to experience that, but like, you know what I'm saying? I never got to experience that. Yeah, we need an FNS wedding. Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? So I hope I get to experience that one day. Let's slow down. AJ ain't played yet. Nah, facts. You know, and a lot of Wizards fans, like, they got on me for my tweets the other day. And I wish people just understand, like, yeah, I like AJ. Y'all know that. Y'all know we watch college basketball in here. You know, my dog Tez, West, BJ, obviously, Jordan Woods, Goods. If I missed your name, I'm sorry, but to name a few. Yo, Shaggy's a clown. Hold on. I agree. By the way, this is about to be my life. We about to have LeBron, Giannis, and Bam on the same team. Oh, Ryan Conwell's a dog, by the way. Hold on. So Wizard fans got on me for this tweet. Where is it at? Can't believe the Wizards passed on DP at 1. 290 likes, 43K views. RE2, my bad. 43K views. And I got a lot of interactions on this tweet. Obviously, you can see 57 replies. They got so mad at me for this tweet. Like, I said something crazy. Like, and I can't wait to talk about that part of the show in a second. But I'm going to share my brief thoughts because obviously it's like a week and a half old now. Hold on. Shaggy, let me respond to Shaggy comment too. Bro said, bro, you 30? I'm not 30 yet. Cut it out. Bluffing. If you want a marriage, you wouldn't be living how you are. Yeah, I genuinely don't know what that means. At the end of the day, I do want marriage, and I would love to be married one day. Whenever I find that lady that's for me when it comes to that aspect. So just stay down, brother. It's going to happen. Don't give up on me. Why would you give up on me and God didn't give up on me? Don't give up on me, brother. Don't let that go over your head. Don't give up on me. I wouldn't give up on you. You know what I'm saying? So don't give up on me. Alright, y'all. If you on YouTube, don't forget, hit that thumbs up button. That helps the people. Oh, I didn't even say all that. I didn't even do my promo. Hit the thumbs up button on YouTube. That helps the people that's coming across the show today. From an algorithm standpoint, like, oh snap, Evan, the Facts community react to NBA offseason moves, plus Darryn Peterson in the summer league. Let's hear what they talking about, or let's hear what he talking about. So that's very, 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 very key to hit the thumbs up button on this video. We got 17 people right here on YouTube right now with 10 likes, so that I can easily get to 15, 16, 17. So hit that thumbs up button for me. And if you want to extend your support, feel free to send super chats or become a member at any time on the YouTube side of things. No pressure, no force. Whether you send a super chat of $5, $3, $7, that's good in my book. It is same for Twitch. If you're not following, make sure you hit that follow button. And if you want to extend your support for the platform, feel free to become a sub. And I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Feel free to become a sub through Amazon Prime and or just Twitch in itself. Amazon Prime is free, and Twitch obviously is not. So just keep that in mind. Thank y'all so much. Y'all are so big for me, bro. Like, I be streaming 2K games and Grand Theft Auto or meeting people wherever, and they be coming through watching a live stream of the show or whatever the case may be. that probably mean the most to me, because that means that people just fuck with you genuinely for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if people only watch you when you play 2K, for example, or people only watch you when you play Grand Theft Auto, for example, or people only watch you when you trolling, for example, right? Do they fuck with you as an overall person? Like, you gotta think about stuff like that. Like Low, for example. I know Low in here. If niggas only listen to Low in his music, but don't fuck with him outside the music, do niggas really fuck with Low? Like, you gotta think. I didn't know y'all was on the stage. Do niggas really fuck with Low? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta think about stuff like that, bruh. That's where my mind be at when I be talking, or when I be thinking. I appreciate the people that support me from TikTok, my 2K games, Grand Theft Auto, wherever, just as much as I appreciate the people that met me from Twitter Spaces on Facts and Stats. So, yeah, y'all, we about to go ahead and get into the show. I'm about to take one last shot, and then I'm chilling. And like I said, I'm just super duper thankful for you all. And I'm gonna get my brief thoughts on the Jaylen Brown thing, and then I cannot wait to hear it, because I'm tired of texting this nigga. We've been texting the last 24 to 48 hours. I'm not texting nigga no more. Like, I'm tired of texting OG. Like, I don't want to text OG no more. Like, nigga, where your voice at, nigga? Where your mic at? Because I'm really tempted to book a flight to Dallas. Like, if it was up to me, I'm tempted to book a flight to Dallas. He keeps saying, like, yeah, nigga, I got a room for you. I got a room for, nigga. Nah, I don't need no room, nigga. Like, when I come to Dallas, if you keep talking the way you talking to me, it's gonna get a little personal. Y'all feel what I'm saying? I can't even hear OG. Hold on, he just said something. Hold on. Yo, what you just say?
I'm over here trying to warm my food up at the air fryer, and my phone over here on the couch. And you talking that silly shit. I wish you would bring your monkey ass up here to Dallas. I wish you would. I wish you would. And you bring your ass if you want to. If you can get past my two sons, and then you can get to me. Cause you can't, if you got first, and don't come by yourself, because we don't fight fair, nigga. We cheat, we jump, we do all that. Thump a nigga out, nigga. Yeah, we don't fight fair. There ain't no such thing as no fair fight. We bite, scratch, jump, hey, 3-on-1, all that shit, nigga.
Shaggy, you hear this?
Absolutely, nigga.
I don't even think my dog Ted's in here, man. My dog Ted.
I wish he was. I wish he would. Yeah.
Gee, what you mean is no fair fight? If a nigga wants to ones with you, what you mean is no fair ones?
Well, come on around that corner and see. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, come on around that corner and see. You sit up around there and try to act like you want to make some rules.
Are you scary? Are you scary, bruh?
Okay, call it what you want. Call it what you want. You know what? Let me stop talking to you, because I wouldn't even hit you. You one of them niggas. Nah, I ain't gonna fight you, man. I ain't gonna hit you, man. I ain't gonna hit you. But I'd knock it. Boy, you know what? I'm tired of texting you too. I'm ready to have this conversation.
Yeah, I'm ready to have a conversation.
Put you in your place.
So let me go ahead and get right to it, because I'm gonna just bypass this Jaylen Brown thing. If I did not talk about a move that happened in the NBA over the last week, please let me know so I can speak on it real quick. Because I know it's something that I just did not speak on, and I always try to save myself with my full thoughts when it comes to speaking to y'all. Like, if I don't make a TikTok short, which I share to YouTube and Twitter, I save my real thoughts for the actual show. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's what means the most to me. Like, Facts and Stats mean the most to me. The Daily Show mean the most to me. You know what I'm saying? Not a random space, not a random Discord chat, not a random phone call. That means a lot too. But the show, where it's live recordings for life, is kept forever, that means the most to me, because y'all obviously care about it too. I think we got like 30 people on Twitch right now, and like 20 some people on YouTube, and it's not even 11 a.m. start time. So that means everybody paid attention. That means everybody was looking forward to it. That means everybody's still here when it comes to wanting to hear the sports talks. Yeah, so I'm going to comment on the Lakers moves. I forgot about that too. So first and foremost, I'm going to start off with the Jaylen Brown thing. And my clippers and stuff like that, my editors, make sure y'all are alert, make sure y'all are aware. And let's get it. Shamaria, what's good? Shamaria's in the building. Shamaria, what's good? Shamaria, are you in still?
Let's go.
Shamaria, if you in here right now, Say I'm here right now. Let's see if you in here right now. We got Jaylen Brown. We got the Lakers moves. Okay, D Mitch. Yeah, D Mitch the money. Anything else? Anything else, y'all? Jaylen Brown, Lakers moves.
Y'all spoke on a Ja Morant trade.
Think we did the. I think I did the Ja Morant trade. Feel like I did the Ja Morant trade. If not, I'll sneak something on it. But I feel like I did. Shamari, are you present? Let me type. I don't think she present, y'all. She just missed out on a blessing. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, she just missed out on a blessing. So with that being said, though, the Jaylen Brown thing I didn't get to speak on. Obviously, my team, Miami Heat. Oh, she just said I'm here. Shamaria, drop your cash app. Shamaria,
Let's go.
drop your cash app, man. That's how we feeling today, y'all. We three shots in, and you gotta give to receive. And I'll give whatever to anybody, cause y'all done gave so much to me. Not even money included. Y'all done gave so much to me. Not even money included. I do the Fact and Stats show without even thinking about money. That's a fact. That's a real fact. Can't nobody deny that. Drop your cash app. That's a real fact. I would give back so much to y'all if I could. Trust. Shamaria, drop your cash app right now. We gotta get to Summer League right now. Shout out to Flemings and the Hawks for getting that win last night, I believe. I think he shot 4 for 10 last night. Michael Brown, the truth, by the way. All right, let me bless her real quick. Hold on. She dropped that cash out. Let me bless her real quick before we get started, y'all. We blessing shit. We blessing shit. All right, bro. All right, so for the Jaylen Brown thing, y'all, obviously, if anybody do not know, I'm a Miami Heat fan. I'm damn near born and raised. You know, I wasn't born in Florida, obviously, but growing up, I always wanted to live in Florida because, you know, I was that big of a D-Wade fan. Just bless you real quick. I was that big of a D-Wade fan, and I was that big of a Heat fan. So, like, I genuinely wanted to live in Miami. One day, maybe I get the opportunity to live in Miami, but obviously the pursuit of Giannis came down to two teams, the Heat and the Celtics. I felt the way I felt about our package, but I also respected their package because they would be offering the best player, that's Jaylen Brown. I didn't really see no real avenues for JB playing in Milwaukee, personally, long term, or even this season coming up, if a trade was to really go through with those guys. And I knew if Brad dropped the ball in this scenario, and I had said to like Yemi and like other Celtics fans or people in the community or people that I'm in a chat with, like, obviously if y'all drop the ball on this trade and don't land Giannis, you didn't gotta trade JB. Like, ain't no way JB gonna see all these rumors. Of course, Shamaria, no problem. Ain't no way JB gonna see all these rumors for the last week and a half, 2 weeks, whatever the case may be, and then just be cool with just like lacing them back up. You know what I'm saying? After the year he just came off of, this is just how he feel as a player. And I respect how he feel as a player. Is he Tatum level to me? No. Look, not at all. But is he a guy that anybody should value on their team? Yes. If I was the Celtics, I would have never break JT and Tatum up. I'm sorry, I can't do it. Like, I will welcome JB on my team any day of the week. Probably at a different number, price perspective, you know what I'm saying? But any day of the week. And Brad pointed to the money. But far as the trade, I knew something was going to have to happen. I did not expect that though. You know what I'm saying? I highly expect. I didn't even know he was in here, but I highly respect my brother Wes. Right? Wes is a super duper JB fan. Lowe is a super duper JB fan. I'm even a JB fan, not to their level though, but I'm even a JB fan. And you know, over the last couple of years, inside of Fact and Stats or across the NBA media, Paul George's name been in the mud, damn near. Like, let's keep it real. His name been in the mud, damn near. How the Sixers gonna get off this contract? They gave him 4 years max, whatever the case may be. And then from a Sixers perspective, to be able to use that Paul George contract and some draft picks and land Jaylen Brown, who arguably, not even arguably, but is a top 20 player in the NBA, you know, that's a blessing because, like, when you look at the core of players, not young, but just overall, you have Embiid, Maxey, VJ, and then now JB. JB is replacing Paul George. This is a team that just went to the second round and obviously got handled by the Knicks. But You now add JB and replace the Paul George. That matters so much more for the regular season, and just how their team can be throughout when it comes to having a different go-to guy down the stretch potentially, or throughout games when Embiid is not playing or Maxi's not on the court and different things like that. Before I continue on the Sixers side of things, from a Celtics standpoint, I'm honestly not moved, because I respect prime Paul George, but Paul George is obviously 35, 36, and I don't think he'll be able to scale up to the level that Jaylen Brown was able to do throughout this past season and also recent years in Boston, because he's just not that same level of player anymore. And Paul George, I'm referring to Tatum. I'm high on him. Always will be high on Tatum. Tatum is a special basketball player. I mean, to be 6'9", 6'10", and be basically can operate like a point forward if need be and score all over the court. That's a blessing in itself. And also take pride in defending guys one-on-one and also protecting the rim. That's Jason Tatum. Rebounding the basketball, playmaking, scoring, things like that. Obviously, it's not consistent. So, I always respect JT. There's nothing with JT. But to now have your running mate, quote-unquote, no shade, be Paul George, I'm a little concerned. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what, at least throughout this regular season, what it would be like. And then how would Tatum take on such a big load this season coming up with obviously the recent injuries that he dealt lower body wise. You know what I'm saying? I think that matters. When it comes to guys being able to put the ball in the hoop, you have obviously Peyton Pritchard, and I'm going to do the quotate Derek White. Outside of that, it ain't really much. It's PP, Derek, Tatum, Paul George. You're not banking on Cater for that. You're not banking on Mitch Rob for that. You're not banking on Walsh, Hugo, Sam. I'm missing somebody. Whoever I'm missing for that. You're not banking on them for that. So I don't know if Paul George will be able to scale at the level of that Tatum will be able to do. I mean, JB was able to do. They got a great head coach in Jay Mazzulla. But I think this move was just like, hey, we can get Paul George. He can still defend here and there. He can still score here and there. And then on top of that, we add draft picks. Let's go ahead and do that. JB obviously wants to be read up from a contract perspective. We probably don't want to do all that at the moment, while obviously still having JT. And if he's the number one option, yeah, probably so. If Tatum was not there, JB will get JB will get that extension. He would get paid. He would not be traded. But obviously Tatum is there. They're completely, I'm gonna just say quotes again, out on that 1-2 punch when it comes to building a team around those guys and being in contention and winning. So it was a blessing they was able to be able to win a championship at the end of the day. But I don't know about y'all. I'm gonna jump over to the Philly side now. I'm not too concerned about the fit. I think good basketball players make it work at the end of the day. I think JB will approach the situation knowing that, I have a running mate from a wing perspective in BJ who I can take under my wing and I can teach a lot of things to. He can also potentially be a two-way player in this league, which I'm already am, and JB I'm referring to. And then I'm playing alongside of a speedy, quick, shoot all over the court, floaters, threes, mid-range, guard, and Maxi. And then when on the court, Embiid arguably is one of the better players, if not one of the best players in the NBA, point blank period. When Embiid is healthy on the court, he's a top 5, top 6, top 7 arguably player, end of the day, point blank period, in the NBA. So I think JB got a lot to look forward to, man. I think Philly got a lot to look forward to when you add or acquire a talent like that. And in Boston, at the end of the day, I think they're going to be hunting for the next big player to put alongside of Tatum or players. 50-50 trade. I more so lean on the Sixers side of things, and I'm also happy for their side of things because I think their team is ready to compete right now. I think the team is ready to get to the conference finals right now and or NBA finals right now. More work to be done. Anthony Simons was a big acquisition. Caleb Love, if it can pan out, could be a big acquisition. He had a great season, in my opinion, in Portland when he had the minutes to be on the court. Yeah, man, I like it. Drummond went to New York. So, yeah, I like it for Philly. I also, like I said, like it for Boston too. But it's just question marks around how Paul George would be across 82, how Tatum would be across a full 82, which we haven't seen from him in 2 years. So that's it. That's my 1-2 on that trade, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and get quiet real quick for the stage. For anybody, I know y'all probably spoke on it in spaces or in chats or crowds, but if y'all want to share any thoughts or even respond to anything that I just said, feel free. Chill. Do anybody got anything to say?
I think I'll be
Yeah,
real quick. I think sometimes it's real easy to look at shit on the surface and just be like, well, this player is better than that player, so this team won the trade. Sometimes less is more. And I'm speaking from the Boston side. Sometimes less is more. Sometimes can they I mean, can you ask can Boston play a better brand of basketball with Paul George rather than Jalen Brown? I'm not talking about who's more talented. I'm not saying who's a younger, who can do this and who can do that, who's more. I'm just saying, can Boston play a better brand of basketball collectively with Paul George as opposed to Jalen Brown? That's not a knock on Jalen Brown, but sometimes, like I said, less is more. And I think they looking at it from a collective standpoint, not just from the straight up talent versus talent. There might be some other shit that led to, reason why he got traded. But I don't know. I think it's real easy to look at it on the surface and be like, this player is better than that player, so that team won the trade. And I don't agree with it like that.
OG, you also gotta like understand that consistency matters as well. Paul George is inconsistent compared to Jalen Brown.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I mean, I get all that. You're gonna get less from a talent standpoint. Paul George versus Jalen Brown. That's not even arguable. You can't even. I'm not trying to argue that, but I'm just saying, as
Yeah.
a collective unit, I don't know. I feel like sometimes less is more, I don't know how Brad thinks, but I know he don't look at. I know he looks at shit a little bit more in depth as well. So I just
Yeah.
don't. I just like I said last week. I think when people look at the trade, I think it's real easy to say this team won. Yeah, Jalen Brown's better, so that team won. They better. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with that approach. But
yeah. Speaking to what's it called? Ed was referring to. I think they're same with OG. I think they're expecting like Payne Pritchard, and Ed said they not expecting much from Kada, and then Mitch. I disagree with that assessment. I think they're trying to win by committee
I
when it
was
comes
saying that
to
they're guys you
just
can't bank on offensively. I wasn't saying that they not expecting anything from them, but from an offensive
it.
standpoint, that's what I was putting. That's what I was speaking on.
Okay, oh my bad, brother. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a lot of it's gonna be because you can't replicate 28 points, whatever. But it's gonna be like it's not one guy gonna replicate that. It's gonna be by committee. You're gonna get everybody stepping up. Hugo Gonzalez, Baylor, Shireman, some of the rotational guys off the bench. I think they're going. I mean, it's like they're looking at the rosters. It's too expensive. And he spoke on it. Two guys making 70% of the cap with the new CBA, Brad Stevens, if you watch his what's it called interview, the presser, he was basically saying when they won the championship, they weren't getting 70%. They were closer to 45. So I mean, the thought process makes sense. I think it's just the trade package that leaves a lot of people questioning why they made the trade so urgent. So it's just like it's a tricky slope, in my opinion. But I think Boston's still going to be a good team next year. I think they're going to be a top five seed, whether it's top three seed, win 50 plus games. But it is putting more pressure on Tatum off of Achilles on a night to night basis, which I was not a fan of, to be honest with you. But I think Peyton Pritchard, they expect him to play 20 points per game, and you're expecting Derek White, maybe his 3-point regression comes back to normal. You feel me? Maybe he just had a down year, and the list goes down. I'm gonna let y'all go.
All right, I appreciate that, brother. Like I said, I'm pretty sure, like Wes, for example, or anybody else up here, spoke on already, especially in that space that Heaven Sent has started the other day. Obviously, I was not able to speak in it, so I didn't speak in it. So I always would then prioritize sharing my thoughts with you all live on the show. I did a show 6 days ago, so we did talk about John Moran heading to Portland, and we did talk about LeBron. I'm looking at the title. We did talk about LeBron leaving the Lakers. And then whatever else came up in that 3 hour and 52-minute show. So I'm then now going to just jump to the Walker Kessler side of things that I did not get to speak on. Somebody just said, "Oh my gosh!" So I guess it was a crazy goal that was scored. Chan, I guess that's why Chan just said, "Oh my gosh!" And I'm mad I'm not watching the World Cup right now. Oh, nah, it's still 1-0. Why did he say, "Oh my gosh"? Then Chan, what did I miss? The Walker
you
Kessler.
missed the credit. That nigga walked that ball all the way down. That nigga just dribbled that ball like he was using his hands all the
He
way up the
scored.
field. No, he passed it. He made a pass. It was 2-on-1, made a pass, and the other nigga scored. But the nigga that dribbled that ball up the field,
Egypt
golly,
up 2-0.
I
Yeah,
can't
Egypt
believe it.
scored. Egypt scored. Was that Salah who dribbled, by the way?
I just put
I
it
have no
on.
idea. I don't know shit about soccer, but
Which
it
which
was
jersey which
impressive.
jersey which jersey number was it? Was it 11? I'm
I
watching
don't
I'm
it
know.
right
looking
now.
at it right now. Hold on.
Nigga took his jersey off. I don't know. He ain't got no jersey on.
He took it all the way up the side, cut through, pat. Wow. Okay. Wow. Argentina losing to Egypt. That's an upset. Wow.
For sure.
Whew. Anyways, yeah, the Walker Kessler side of things, real quick, and then Wes and anybody else just jump in whenever y'all feel need to. I didn't get to speak on this, but obviously the Lakers promised to Luka 2026 offseason. We're going to have high expectations and high hopes, and we're going to try to build a team around you with the hopes and the goal of to get into the championship. Then that's a great goal. To get to the finals, to get back to being a contending team. You know, obviously, LeBron, I think in my opinion, was fully aware of that. LeBron said that he just wants to be happy when it comes to this last season, or maybe even two. Don't know, I want to put anything on him, but I think this is last year coming up, especially at this last season to be fully documented. The Lakers then made a pivot when that LeBron news came out, I think the day prior or the day of, and they signed Walker Kessler, they signed Quentin Grimes, Colin Sexton, Mamu, and if I'm missing a name, sorry, they wiped the goal away. Wow. What they call offsides? I'm watching it, by the way.
Foul in
I'm
it was
locked
a
in. I'm
foul
locked
when
in.
they won the ball back.
What did they call?
Yeah, and apparently it was a foul when they won the ball back or something.
Oh, he flopped. That is
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, they want
That's some
Argentina to
bullshit.
win.
Yeah,
That was
he
bullshit.
They
They
want
flopped.
want
Messi to
Argentina to
win.
win.
They want Messi to win. I ain't gonna lie. They want that man to win.
I do too, but that was some bullshit,
He
though. That
flopped.
was
He dropped to the
bullshit. Yeah.
ground.
No, OG. I didn't say I want them to win. I said
No,
they
no, I
want.
got you. I got you. I got you.
Um, to the he clipped his leg. Okay, my bad. To the Lakers though, Walker Kessler. Obviously that's a massive contract along with draft compensation to give to a guy like that. Who in spurts, I would say, or in his minutes, shown some of the things that he can do from a rebounding perspective, rim protection perspective, defensive perspective, even working on stretching the floor. I think in his second season in the league, that's actually key as well. And then Luka just having a guy that's a threat down low like that to be additive in ways that Ayton and Jackson Hayes just couldn't be. That matters, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know if I would have gave up everything that they gave up to get him, but I guess this is them going all in, but it might not be enough, and it probably is not enough. Realistic reality of the situation. The surrounding signings with Quentin Grimes and Colin Sexton and Mamu, cool, whatever. No real comments from me. I think there should be a really good regular season team from an offensive perspective, because they're headlined by Luka and Reeves. Both of those guys will obviously average 20 plus. Luka being in the 30 range, Reeves being probably the 24, 23, if not 25 range this regular season. But Walker Kessler, if he's healthy and he's on the court, he's obviously going to make an impact for them as well. And I do think that Luka can help take his game to new heights and also make him a bigger name around the league. Because that's his type. That's just what he does. That's what he can do. So that's my brief thoughts on that, y'all. I don't really have no real deep thoughts. Somebody text me some other stuff real quick to talk about. Hold on. The Kings waiving DeMar DeRozan. Yeah, I mean, that was obviously expected to happen. They try to move this guy for the last 2 years. No teams were interested in DeMar. DeMar is a guy that he's always been a skillful scorer in this league. He's a mid-range assassin. Really smart, high IQ on the offensive side of things. Wish he was a better three-point shooter. He'll be more useful on a lot of different teams in this league. But the fact that he mainly scores in a couple of different ways, and that was an issue, or that is an issue. Far as the team that's interested in him right now, I think it's the Miami Heat, Cleveland Cavaliers. Both of those teams have needs at the wing perspective. So I sort of kind of understand that. And we keep looking for him to probably take a vet min somewhere. So I would welcome him more than I welcome Bradley Beal. I know Bradley Beal is also connected to the Miami Heat. I know Chris Middleton is also connected to the Miami Heat. And obviously LeBron James is connected to the Miami Heat. LeBron's at the top of that crop. But I'll welcome DeMar more than I'll welcome Middleton and Beal, because I know DeMar can take his game to different ways from a scoring perspective. Those guys just cannot do off my bench. Now Middleton and Beal can be solid, but they probably won't be DeMar DeRozan. So I'll just put it like that. From a scoring perspective and more consistent, I'll put it like that. So I mean, interesting to see with DeMar land. I don't really care to add him. I'll welcome any three of those guys, because they're all going to be veteran presence. They're all going to bring leadership. They're all going to bring scoring in different ways, and also ball handling in different ways as well. So yeah, that's all I got to say about DeMar. Rui to the Clippers. Rui basically
Do you
11. Yeah,
real
go ahead.
quick? Do you think DeMar could play in Denver?
Wes, you want to answer that? That's a good question. My dog not active, bro.
No,
He
no,
said no.
no, no.
Well, I mean, considering the way he plays, if there was ever some, because for me, I think he has to go to where he, with a guy like Jokic, where he can, like, look, dog, we don't need you to do all that shit, bro. We don't need you to do that. I'm gonna set you up, and I just wondered if he could eat off Jokic because I know he can get a bucket. But I'm just wondering if he could basically eat off Jokic. But yeah, y'all don't think so?
But
I was just trying. I was like,
but
where
see,
could he fit?
that's why I said if he can shoot threes, then he'll be more additive to
Oh,
more
okay,
teams. You know what I'm
gotcha.
saying? It's like
Yeah, yeah,
the cross lap. I don't know. You know,
yeah,
I don't know. And even that's why Aaron Gordon got so much better because he stretched his game out to the 3-point line and became one of the good
yeah.
3-point shooters in the league. So, yeah, I wouldn't like that. Byron 1110 said Bill with DeMar. I would have to defer, like, cause both will come off the bench. I would probably lean DeMar to come off my bench, then I would then I would go with Bill because I don't know when it comes to Bill and the health thing. Like Bill just always hurt. Like I'm sorry, I don't know. I can't. I'd rather go DeMar. Now I think Bill can be the better scorer. Like I said, he can extend the floor a little further and things like that. But he's not no crazy 3-point shooter. So I'll probably lean DeMar. But it's really like I said 2 minutes ago. I don't care if it's Middleton, Bill, or DeMar. Like I'll welcome any of them guys and I'll be okay.
You choose Demar over Bill
I think I will lean that,
for
bro.
your team.
Slightly, yeah. I think I will lean that, bro.
Why?
DeMar would have a higher I think he would have higher highs when it comes to a scoring perspective. I think Bill would be the better ball handler / playmaker and getting guys involved and things like that because he's just been better than DeMar in that area. But I think for our team right here, we can use a guy that can score a little bit more and a little bit off the bench when it comes to outside of Wiggins and Giannis and Bam. Like say it's a bad Bam scoring
Are you
game,
really believe that, bro?
huh? You said I really
I'm
believe
just
it.
surprised that you wouldn't believe that for your team. I think Bill clearly makes sense. And I think he can score. I think DeMar's he's so limited in how he scores in terms of he operates in one area on the court. He doesn't get to the rim at the same rate. He can still get to the free throw line, but it pales in comparison to what he did this best year. So now you're looking at DeMar being a mid-range maestro on a team that doesn't need that creation. It really would. Hey, bro, I think now you shouldn't be on ball that much.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would prefer Bill because also you want players who have the potential to close beside Bam and Giannis
Oh
and
my
play really
God!
good minutes with Bam.
Good shit, Egypt. Good shit, Egypt.
I'm listening
They
to you.
scored
I'm
again.
listening to you.
So,
Yeah, they scored again, bruh.
Let me see you VAR booth review that. Yeah? That's deserved.
Hey,
That's deserved, Egypt.
bruh.
That's deserved, Egypt.
Bruh, soccer is a beautiful sport. Oh my God.
I tried to tell you, Ev. You weren't following the trend.
Bro, that
man.
was crazy. I'm listening to you, West, though. And again, I agree with you, though. But let me ask you this, though. How much does the health concerns matter to you? Because that highlight and that weigh more than anything to me.
how much does the help weigh?
Yeah.
It's something to consider for sure. I don't want to poo-poo that and, just dismiss it. But I still think like it's a risky bet, right? So if you say I lean DeMar because he's more reliable, I think he'll play more, and we need that level of production consistently. Cool, but in terms of the fit between the teams, what I think makes the most sense for your squad,
Yeah.
because I think you all should always build with. I think you all should always build with Bill. I mean, not Bill, with Giannis and Bam in mind. So that's how I'm looking at that.
P. Watt will cost too much, Aaron. Yeah, I hear you, bro. Like I said, I'll welcome any of the three. I understand fully. If it's Bill, I'm smiling. If it's DeRozan, that's the funny. See, that's the weird thing. I said everything I just said, but like I like Bill game healthy more than DeRozan's game. So I just don't know about the health, bruh. Like, it's always some weird random. Like, this last season was a hip thing, I think. And he missed the whole entire year. And he got hurt in, like, November. You know what I'm saying? Maybe December. Like, I don't know. Bruh. I don't want to sign a guy for no reason. I know he can't compete when it comes to being on the court and competing with the guys. You know what I'm saying? Because if we had any of them guys and say LeBron James, my mind is now shifting to championship. Okay, we got finals expectations. You know, so if I'm having expectations, I need all my guys I can go to war with, and I don't know if Bill will be there for me. So I like his game more and everything like that, and everything you just said I do agree with, but it's just the health thing for me. So I don't know, man. We'll see. But appreciate you though. What else? That's my thoughts on the DeRozan thing. Rui to the Clippers, no thoughts. The guy wanted to stay in LA. The guy's just a good shooter when he's open and things like that, mid-range area and three-point area. Signed for 2 years, $28 million. That's his range to me. The Clippers will be super mid. The Clippers will not be a playing team, in my opinion. There's a lot of teams that could be and probably potentially will be better than them. And I'm going to see if I can name 8 to 10 off the top of my head. I like the Spurs, OKC, obviously. I like the Rockets, the Wolves, that's 4. The Nuggets, that's 5. The Suns, that's 6. The Lakers, that's 7. The Blazers, that's 8. Did I say the Suns? The Suns, that's 9. And the Jazz, that's 10. I like all those teams over the Clippers this year, who will be headlined by Darius Garland, Keaton Wagler, Brandon Ingram, Rui, Brook Lopez. So, yeah, they'll probably be 30 and 52, 31 and 51, somewhere in that ballpark. They'll be taking a step back this year. Who was the 9? Let me try to name that team again. OKC, Spurs, Rockets, Denver, Minnesota, 5. I didn't even say the Warriors. I should have said the Warriors, my bad. Warriors, 6. Lakers, 7. Portland, 8. Suns, 9. Jazz, 10. But I'm missing somebody because I said I didn't say the Warriors the first time. But yeah, 10 to 11 teams I think will be better than the Clippers this year. So obviously a big step back when you trade a guy like Kawhi Leonard, but was the right decision in my opinion. And I'm glad that they moved on and they're looking forward to the future now. Knicks signing Andre Drummond. Let me click the NBA headlines. Yeah, I mean, Mitchell Robinson, the owner already then came out and said they do not expect to go into, the second apron and things like that. So Mitch was obviously super cool on tomorrow in Miami. I respect it, bruh. Like, West always makes sense when he talk for the most part, bruh. For the most part. You know what I'm saying? Can't say 100%, but he always makes sense when he talk for the most part. We stamping Utah better than the Clippers. That's just me. Like, yeah, I don't got to do that, but I'm going to watch a lot of Utah games this year, and we're going to be right there on that segment in literally 2 minutes. Don't worry about it, Kenny. But, what was I about to say? Let me look at my phone. I forgot. Knicks signed Drummond. Yeah, they already said they didn't want to go second apron to sign Mitch Robinson. He signed about a 3-year, $47 million deal with the Celtics. That's like 15 and a half, somewhere in that ballpark. They were not going to pay him that, I wish they ran it back completely, but they felt like getting Andre Drummond can help make up for the loss in some ways that Mitchell Robinson would be for them. That's just their beliefs. But they still have their starting 5. They still have a good roster overall, and we'll see what they can do when it comes to teams being more healthy. And just everybody ready to knock them off now. Because when everybody's gunning for you and heading for you, it's not that easy. You know what I'm saying? And I think even OKC just experienced that. Now, obviously, I wish they was healthy because I would have had them being the Spurs, but teams will be coming for the Knicks' head next season. So, and they know it, and we'll see what happens. Whether that's the Heat, whether that's the Pacers, whether that's the Celtics, the Raptors, the Cavaliers, whoever, they all gunning for the Knicks this upcoming season. And I think that's it, y'all, for some of the NBA offseason moves updated that I'm not going to speak on. The last thing, shout out to Lavi for retiring with the Toronto Raptors. And then the Cavs and Donovan Mitchell agreed to a $273 million extension. I know I did DM myself this about, oops, sorry to mute off that screen. The number was there on the screen. I had to get off that screen. Let me just look at this screen. Oh, y'all can't even see the screen. Damn. But yeah, they agreed to a 4-year deal, $273 million maximum contract extension that includes a player option for 2030-2031 season and a full trade kicker. Mitchell could have waited until next summer for an additional season worth an extra $80 million on a deal, 5 years and 353. My goodness, bro, they get crazy money. 5 years and $353 million, but instead, he just, as soon as he was able to do that extension today, he went out and did it. So, my thoughts on this, y'all. He's 29 years old. He got traded to Cleveland about 4 years ago. This does not really impact their books that much, in my opinion, when it comes to the actual future. Am I fine with just paying a guy that I know can be the best player on the championship team potentially? Probably not. I'm getting these wrong. Probably not, but this is just the way the game is going. This is just what happened in the league right now. And, at least Mobley's locked up. And now you have Mitchell locked up. So no matter what, them two is there all the way in 2030. And Harden and, if I had to assume, Jared Allen's not in the long-term plans. I like a lot of the things that Shaggy said earlier in a chat that we are in. And I fully agree with most majority of the things that he said. So I don't know if building a team around Mobley and Allen Mobley and Mitch will be enough. But it would keep you in contention to maybe get lucky one year when it comes to somebody being down, or you are adding the proper pieces around those two guys, or whatever the case may be. So, and if not, you would just trade him. You never want to have a guy be in the last year of the deal and potentially be able to lose him for nothing. So you always got to keep that in the back of your mind as well. So I understand it, for Cleveland side of things. They're not the best market. They don't really acquire big time guys. Obviously they was blessed to have LeBron, get pick one. Kyrie be pick one. But when you have two like Donovan Mitchell and Mobley, two top 25 players, two top 30 players in the league, you sort of kind of try to hold on to them as long as possible and see if you just get lucky one year, or see if you can get to the NBA Finals or something like that. Somebody in the chat, that contract is extremely likely to age poorly for the Cavs. He was dog shit in the playoffs last year, and as a small guard who relies on athleticism, he's clearly declining. Yeah, I don't fully agree with all of that. And I don't think that contract is going to age too poorly, because the market always rises, like the salary cap always rises and things like that.
But y'all always change the opinions depending on the player. Why is Jaylen Brown getting paid, but he gets paid awful? Can't happen. They had no choice but to trade. But then D Mitch, who's 29 or 30 right now. So by the end of that deal, because he has another year on his current deal, he wasn't a free agent. So now, 5 years down, at 34, getting paid $78 million. That's not aging poorly. How does that make sense?
Yeah, so for me, it's different situations. Like, I think that JB was not the best player on his team and was getting paid like the best player on his team. D. Mitch is the best player on his team and getting paid like the best player on the team relative to what the market is for two guards in this league. You look at Devin Booker's contract, you look at JB's contract, you look at any of the top two guards in the league, and eventually Ant's contract and things like that. So I think that's the difference in the scenario. Like, if Tatum was on this team right here with the Cavs and the same with D. Mitch, I would not be happy with giving D. Mitch this money right here. If you get what I'm saying. Like, nigga,
that doesn't speak to an aging portion. You're saying the contract won't age for him because he's making the most money on his team, and there's not a player better than him, quote unquote. That still doesn't mean that 34 is just a wise thing of him 78 million. Because the premise isn't, I think, and I can't speak for you, like, your premise was always JD being the second best player. I've always felt like the premise should be on the level of player you will be when you're getting paid a certain amount of money. Donovan Mitchell, 34, gets paid $78 million. I think it's kind of bad. But it seems that you are putting it more on, the place you hold in the team.
yeah,
I guess.
yeah. I mean, but you know how it go, bro. Like, when you're an organization. When you an organization like the Cavs, and this would probably be one of the better players that you have, or even Mobley, on your roster, you got to take care of them, and like I said, you got to trade them down the line. Then you trade them down the line. I think that's what will happen at the end of the day. But you never want to be in a scenario where you're just losing for nothing, and I think that's what the Cavaliers are experiencing when it comes to a guy like D. Mitch. Hey, we got to conference finals this year, I think, correct? I think conference finals this year. That's one step closer to an ultimate goal. Now I'm not. They've been struggling to reach that goal a year ago, 2 years ago, but they looked at injuries for that. You know, Mobley with the toe thing, even Darius Garland. Mobley, I think ankle actually. I'm sorry, Darius Garland with the toe thing. They could have pointed it to that and then say, hey, we acquired Harden. Look where we got to, you know, with that team. So, I mean, bro, I hear you. I like I said, I always understand what you're saying, but I think that's where they leaned. You know, we gotta pay him. It is. Oh snap! I did not mean to share this, y'all. Hold on. I cannot share that. Sorry. We gotta pay him, and yeah, if anything, they would trade him down the line. You know, and, or he'll just axe out, bro. You know how it go, bro. They get their money and then they axe out. That's what these players do. They get their money and then they axe out, or they get their money and they eventually ended up getting traded. That's just how it goes. But I mean, like I said, if he wasn't the best player on his team and he agreed to something, or they agreed to give him something like that, knowing that, like you said, he's aging or he would be aging, because I think him and JB actually in the same age, probably a year apart, I would understand. But I think for the Celtics and JB and Tatum, it's just that when Tatum is your best player, you just don't want to give your second best player basically the same amount of money that Tatum is making, and how you're going to build a team around that. They still have a team where, or they will still have the ability to build a proper team around Mobley and Allen 2 years from now, a year and a half from now, when Mobley and Mitch, 2 years from now, a year and a half from now, when Harden and Allen is just not in the picture. So that's also a different scenario as well. Because think about it, when you have Harden and Allen on your team, you're paying them more than anybody else that you're paying on the Celtics, outside of Derek White. And I think Harden probably will be making more than Derek White, and Allen and White will be in the same scenario. So that's why it's so damn different, because you got Allen and Harden both making over $30 million. Let me see where Allen is at, actually, so I can see facts. Allen's at 28. Next year he's at 30, and then the year after that he's at 32. So Allen and Harden both making over $30 million. And then you got Mitch making 60, 65, and then Mobley making 50, 55. And then in Boston you got Brown and Tatum making 60 plus. And then Dirk somewhere in the 30s.
Would you rather have Brown and Tatum, or one of those trio? Would you rather have Brown and Tatum, or D-Mitch, Harden, Mobley? Mobley's in the 40s. Harden actually
Mobley
might
in the
be in
50s.
Yeah, I thought I said Mobley's in the 40s. Maybe I said Mitch, but I meant Mobley. Mobley's in the 40s, and yes. They fraud, but yeah, Mobley's in the 40s, and Harden is probably going to be right under 40. So they'll be making close to 80 combined, and D. Mitch making 60. Would you rather that, or would you rather Tatum and Brown? Or even you could break it out to 4. Would you rather their top 4 or Boston's previous top 3? Boston's top 3 was D. White, JB, Tatum. I know for me, I'll answer, I'd rather have Boston's top 3.
I mean, yeah, that's a tough pickle you put me in. I mean, obviously, I'd rather have Boston top 3 because I think they can perform better and be better in the playoffs, and they've shown that, versus the Cavs haven't had the ability to show that. But I mean, I'm only speaking to how the Cavs are looking at it, bro. Like, I'd rather have the Boston 3, but I think, whether you think Brad Stevens is telling the truth or not, but if Brad put it to the money, how can I deny the money? He said, I don't want to have 2 players making 70% of my cap, or taking 70% of my cap. Like, and versus in Cleveland, in a year or 2 from now, when Harden and Allen won't be there, most likely, they won't be in a scenario like Boston. Because both of them, they're not going to have 2 players making $60 to $70 million. Oh my fucking God, bro. Hey, bro. I never seen a soccer team get blessed like, bro. Yo, Messi a dog. Yo, but yeah, I knew this was gonna be a tough thing to do, hosting the show at this time, during this game. But my God, that was a crazy goal. That was a crazy goal. So yeah, that's my response back to you, though, bro. When it came to that situation, um, um, so yeah. Anybody else want to comment before I take it to the summer league real quick? Wow.
Now, I was gonna ask you. I'm hearing you saying why they did it, and my father just pumped loud as hell in the back. I hear you saying why they did it or why you feel they did it, but my question is what you have done.
Yeah, I'm always on the side of pay the guys, and down the line, I trade them. Like I would never have somebody play out all the year. I've been unrestricted.
You
I've been on
got
unrestricted.
smart guy making that amount of money gonna be tradable.
Yeah, but that's just the way that the game is going. That's like saying Devin Booker can't get traded right now. Like Devin Booker can get traded right now. If Devin Booker was on the market, Devin Booker probably have more suitors than Jaylen Brown did. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong though, but yeah.
I mean, maybe.
But
Yeah, but
like,
I
if
think
D Mitchell was on the market right now, he would
different.
have more suitors than Jaylen Brown did as well.
But I think that slightly different because one, he's bigger than D. Two, he's more portable in my opinion. Like he's more of a portable player. Depending on who you slot D book with, well, it's easy to slot D book alongside of one than maybe a D Mitch. Even though I do feel like D Mitch is a better player, like it may be a little harder because at the end of the day, D book is more of a portable. Literally, talking about this last night.
Mm-hmm.
But D book is like he a hella portable player to the point where he probably is underrated now just because how portable he is. So I think that's why his market would probably look the way it would look, despite his contract. Even though it wouldn't be easy to move from either, like despite his contract being big, he's just a hella portable player. And again, he's bigger than him.
No, I mean
So
that's not his fault that he's more portable than JB though.
What you mean? What you mean by his fault? I mean, it just goes to like the player though. Like you gotta still assess the players, even though it's not quote unquote they
But
fault. Like they got different styles of play.
what I'm saying overall though, I'm always on side of, bro. This how they look. This how they approach the scenario. You rather have your best player. Okay, this is how I approach it too. I'll just put it to me. Okay, yeah, my bad. Me. I'd rather have my best player playing on multiple years versus him playing on 1 year left. D. Mitchell, believe had 1 year left. He could have been free at the end of the season coming up, I believe. From when I'm looking at spot track, yeah, I think he read up for 27, 28 and on down. So he would have been playing on 1 year left, and he could have just opted out and left in free agency. I'm sorry, if I give him the money, I'm giving him the money because I'm secure, right? I know this team just went to the conference finals. I know this team can improve, or I know this team can play well throughout the course of the regular season and maybe even in the playoffs, right? Now, you never know. You can get lucky, or you never know. We can just end up winning at the end of the day when it comes to playing against the other top teams in the conference as well. If it does not work out in 2 years, 3 years, I can always have the ability to trade the dude, which his contract will be at $65 million. And that is okay at that point because at 31, 32 years old, D. Mitchell will still be a damn good scorer of basketball in the NBA, point blank period. So, I mean, that's how I look at it, bro. Like, I'm always going to pay someone the money to keep them on my team, and whenever it's time to depart, we're going to depart, and I'm not going to re-up no more. And I think that's what the Celtics did with Jaylen Brown, and I think that's what the Cavs did, and that's what I would do with Donovan Mitchell. You can get your bread right now, but if we're not going in a better direction, I'm sorry, I got to use you for different assets. And it's tough to use JB to acquire Paul George and also 2 first-round picks, or maybe 1 and some seconds, or whatever it was, I forgot. So yeah, that's just the way I would do it. Versus me basically losing him for nothing potentially. Nobody wants to play on 1 year left on their deal, bruh. Nobody want to do that. No star player want to do that, bruh. And as a GM, you don't want to take that chance.
He'll get his ass shipped. I ain't gonna.
You can't ship him right. You can't ship him right now though. Like you just got to the. Am I correct with that, y'all? Did they just get to the conference finals?
Yes, but
Okay.
do you think they're a championship contender? Don't stall. You got to answer the question. Do you think they're a championship contender?
Do I think they can win it all right now? No, but I'm sorry, I'm not pivoting off of D Mitch right then and now when I know that he's our best avenue to get back to where we just were. Like, how can I do that?
The same way the Celtics just pivoted and
they lost in the first fucking round up 3-1.
Doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. The Cavs are not they're not close. You're looking at the round and loss game as opposed to the the fashion in which they lost, the fashion in which they got there. It took 7 games of both series to get there. Dare I say, if the Raptors were fully healthy, they probably don't even get there. But so be it. They got there. When they get there, they lose every. I think they lost every game by double digits. They were nowhere near close to being a championship team this year. So like being in that round doesn't change.
Mm-hmm.
They made it to the round. Whoop de doo.
Mm-hmm.
They had help on their side this year for the first time, and they got smoked in the most important series of their season. Their best player is a guy closer to the 17th best player in the league than he is to the fifth best player in the league. Their second best player is in a very similar situation. If we can say our second best player is in Chet in terms of Mobley's defensive and even his defensive. But Mobley's slightly better offensively, slightly worse defensively. Jared Allen, Poole, whatever it's worth, he's still like he's a player, but he's not going to put you over the hump. James Harden, career playoff doomer, I'll say, especially late. Like he had some good years in his heyday, but lately he's been a doomer.
Mm-hmm.
What does that team have to build on to justify paying him winning that $80 million a year at 34? I don't know.
I mean, why you only jumping to age 34 though? Like, when it's not set in stone, he's going to be there to that point though. Like,
I was saying the contract was going to age for. You said it wasn't, so that's why I'm speaking like that. Because I think the contract age.
all I can say is if Mobley contract was starting at the 60 or he'll be in 60 in year 2 of it, I have an issue. But again, one is making 60 plus, one is making 50 plus, and then everybody else after that is a big drop. I'm going all in this year, and then if it don't work this year, bro, you're probably going to see Allen get traded. You're probably going to see Harden. It's probably going to be different talks about him going elsewhere or something like that, bro. Like this right here is their all in season. One more time again. This is their 4th year probably going all in. Because once they acquired D-Mitch, the goal was to be going all in. And if it doesn't happen this year, you can probably expect to see some big changes in Cleveland, bro. The same way we just saw some big changes in Minnesota. I think that's what's genuinely going to happen, bro. But for the time being, with him not, and if you want to have D-Mitch for 2 more years, 3 more years, you would do that because he would probably still be better than Mobley at that point. Probably, still be better than Mobley at that point. If you don't think he's better than Mobley right now, which I do. So, yeah, that's just my thought process on it, bro. Really, to be honest.
I feel you. I just think there were avenues for them to explore. I think
so. You would have traded him too.
I said to explore. I'm not definitely saying I was afraid of him. But there are avenues I explore. I.e., Giannis was just on the market. I think if you approach, I almost going on something.
Bro, they just scored again. Bruh. Bro, this just feel, I don't know. Nah, I didn't even want to say that, bro. It just feel rigged or something, bro.
Yo, it's rigged, bro. It's rigged, bro. It's rigged.
Bro, this is a crazy walk down, bro.
They should have never took Hassan out the game. That's why they're about to lose, bro. Do your homework, bro.
That's a crazy walk down.
And they took at a Egypt dude goal offside, I think. This shit ass, bro. It's over. It's rigged.
Wow. So you saying basically you would have inquired with Giannis and tried to look at different avenues and things like that? Wes, you there still? I don't know if you're there still.
Oh yeah, I thought you were talking about soccer. What?
I'm not sure.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Justin, I can hear
So
you.
what I'm saying, what happened? You said was you there still? What happened?
So I'm saying, like, you said you would have went like a Giannis route and things like that.
I would have. I don't know that they didn't explore it, so maybe that's unfair to them. Punch buggy, no punch left. But I would have explored it, is what I'm saying. I definitely explored it.
Punchback, punchback is crazy.
Hey man, I got my son and look, my camera's on. Y'all see?
Well, let me see.
He's out there.
Yeah. Dang,
He's
he
out
looks smack like you,
there.
bro.
He's out.
Continue being a great dad, bro. Continue being a great dad, bro. No funny. But yeah, man, that's that, man. It is what it is from a D Mitch perspective. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the summer league. Roughly 6 months ago, 7 months ago, 8 months ago, whatever it was, I spent a lot of time arguing with OG, whether it was Tez, whether it was Jordan Woods, whether it was Mish. Mish was one of them ones too. My goodness, Mish. If I, all right, whoever it was, y'all, I spent a lot of time arguing with these folks, saying like, y'all really think Darryn Peterson don't want to play basketball? Like, y'all really think if he could play basketball, he would just be subbing himself out of games on purpose? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I had OG questioning his character. Oh, Misha's in here. Shout out to Mish. I had OG questioning his character. I had Mish.
Bro, we went on a 3-hour talk about his character, bro.
It was crazy. I had OG questioning his ability on the court. He was saying, like, I see AJ do it. I just haven't seen this guy do it. I'm like, bruh, he's dealing with injuries. He dealing with this. He dealing with that. When healthy, when he can't play basketball, he one of them ones that he gonna show you that. And I said, OG, a year from now, you're gonna become a fan of him. Now, I know it's early. It's only 2 summer league games. Game 1, 28 points, 8 turnovers. I tweet what I tweeted. Wizards fans, AJ fans got mad at me and said, all this, all that. He had 8 turnovers, da 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 da. So what do he do the next game? 25 and 12 assists, 2 turnovers. Efficient again. And I mean, when I watch these 2 games, and even watching like the highlights and the film on it too, he's shown nothing but the ability to score all over the basketball court, the ability to play under control, the ability to lead, the ability to take big shots, the ability to get to the basket, have counters, handle the ball, a lot of different things like that. So everything I thought of DP, he's showing it right now. Like I said, I understand why he did not go 1. I truly believe if Trae Young or maybe even Trae Johnson, quote unquote, was in there, it would probably been more of a conversation when it comes to DP going 1, especially with him wanting to be the point guard at the next level. And good thing Keontae could be a combo guard. Misha's calling him DNP in the chat still. Like, see, Misha's never gonna like him at all. Like, I don't like people like that. Like, it's okay to be like, yeah, my bad. Like, healthy, I see what he can do. Like, yeah, he looked crazy. Like, he looked tough, Ev. My bad for that. After the stories came out around the whole entire scenario, after the stories came out around the cream team and things like that, you still feel like that? You still want to call him DNP? You still want to question things that would happen with him at Kansas? Like, that's crazy to me. So, I mean, Darryn Peterson's a special basketball player, and he's showing that for Utah. This upcoming Thursday is going to be a big, big summer league game, going against AJ and the Wizards. And too many people can say, oh, well, who he doing this on? He was being guarded by Cedric Coward last night, a future two-way stud in this league, right? Long-time starter in this league, and he's showing everything that you want to see out of a league guard. You know, so I just want to give Darryn Peterson his credit and his flowers for performing like this through 2 games and just being a really good basketball player, man.
Did you say long-time starter?
Cedric Coward will be a long-time starter in this league.
Oh, will be. Okay. All right. Okay.
He was one of the best rookies in the class last year. Goddamn.
Yo, OG,
Hey,
you
bro,
OG
I'm
never
bro.
changed.
So
bro.
what you gotta say?
OG.
What you gotta say
Hey,
back to what you gotta say back to what I'm saying, OG?
You act like you niggas. You see, that's what I'm saying. I think sometimes you niggas just want to be right. Y'all want to be the first one to say
He was bad, bro.
Did I even finish what I said, bro? First off,
My bad.
let me square off with Cedric Coward shit. Let me square off with Cedric Coward so you can sit down. I thought the nigga was saying Cedric Coward was a long time play, like he been there. I'm like, no, he's only been there 1 year. That's what I thought he was going. Okay, so you can calm down now. Now, back to this other nigga. You niggas be acting like y'all want to be the first one to say, see, I told you he was good. I told you he's gonna be good. Nigga, if I don't see a nigga play, how the fuck what you want me to base it on? What you want me to base it on? Some shit he did in high school? Nobody give a shit about that. I ain't never see that. So if I ain't never seen a nigga play, and you ain't seen him play consistently on the collegiate level, and you want me to sit up here and say, Yeah. Ev said he good, so I'm rocking with. I don't roll it. Nigga, in real life, if you try to tell me a nigga is A1, a nigga solid, and I ain't never met the nigga and I don't know he's solid, I'm not gonna go off your word. I gotta get to know the nigga. I got to see if the nigga's solid. I'm not gonna say, yeah, Ev said he's solid, so he's solid. Fuck all that. I respect your opinion, but no, this nigga, we ain't see them play. Me and Misha, yeah, goddamn right we skeptical. You act like we don't have no reason to be skeptical. We had every reason in the world to be skeptical. We ain't seen the nigga play consistently. Shit, the nigga talking about cramp. Well, at that point, we didn't even know he had cramps or whatever it was he had going on. I don't know nothing about the nigga, so I have to go based on what I know about him as a basketball player. I have to. What else you want me to go off of? Well, I got to see it, nigga. I'm not from Missouri. You know I'm from Texas. But nigga, and I'm from nigga. I might as well be, because nigga got to show me. Nigga always got to show me. I ain't believing a bitch ass thing till I see it. Nigga, I'm not finna just, yeah, Ev said he can go. So
The side of things, if you did watch it.
I saw some stuff. I saw the ease in which he was getting to his spot, getting his buckets, shooting over. Like I told you last night. Just like I told you last night. You want me to judge him based on what I'm seeing against some G League niggas? Now, to his credit, you doing what you're supposed to do against some G League niggas. That's what you're supposed to do. Too. So he doing what he's supposed to do right now. But I'm not letting a nigga off the hook just based on.
What do you mean by laying him off the hook though?
It.
Let's talk about the character and stuff that you were speaking on. What do you mean by laying him off the hook? What about you questioning?
Why not?
No, you do not have a reason to. If somebody's hurt and cannot play, how can you question that, bruh? Bro, you got mad at him because he had a fucking flu and could not play basketball. Because he had the flu.
Okay. All right, so again, now you talk.
Let's talk about it, man. The nigga was sick and couldn't play basketball. You question that.
You talking to a 52-year-old nigga now? Don't tell me nothing about no flu, nigga. What you got inside?
Bro, he look way different. No, the way. But when you look at somebody, I'm not gonna act like I watched 20, 30, 40 games with DP in high school. When you look at somebody film in high school and you look at the way they used at Kansas and playing at Kansas, first step, getting to the basket, ability to finish and things like that. When that alters and that changes, and now you look at him in 2 summer league games, OG, 28 and 25 points, bro, and you see everything that he's doing, that you can see he's not healthy. That's all I was trying to say. He wasn't healthy.
I'm talking about at the time. I mean, since the stories came out, since he came out and said, yeah, I had some shit going on, it was a creatine. Yeah, but at the point in time, I'm not. And if it look a certain way based on what I've seen previously, I'm gonna categorize it accordingly. If I've seen this, and the last time I saw this is a nigga was soft and a nigga was a prima donna. That's how I'm doing that. So that's what I saw based on the information I had. That's what I came up with. And none of us wrong for that. You trying to make it seem like fair. Y'all wrong for ever questioning. Nigga,
the information you have now, the creatine and this and that, and the 2 summer league games and the things that you could probably saw and things like that. How do you feel then now?
Like he got something. I'm not. Listen, I don't ever have a problem being wrong. And if I'm wrong, nigga, I will come right out and say it. Nigga, I'm not going to sit around here and fuck up my credibility trying to go against something that I know that's not, right or fair, whatever. But at the time, again, you ask me how I feel about it now.
I'm going to answer you.
The jury's still out.
Oh, the jury's still out.
The jury's still out. But
the jury's still out for what? The jury's still out for what?
Nigga, I don't. Okay, hey, let me tell you.
For what? What is it? What's the question?
I'm finna tell you again. My assumption of this nigga was he was one of them prima donna niggas that always that don't want to get in the mud. That when shit get tough, he gonna. That's what I. So I don't know. Can he play basketball? Absolutely. My son put me on him a while back too. Now he one of them ones that I said, okay, I'm about to see. But for me, I want to see when them cramps roll back up, and next time he get a head cold, is he gonna start talking about I need to sit out and all that old shit? Can he play basketball? Yeah. Based on what I've seen the last couple of games, the ease at which he was getting what he was getting, that's what I get impressed by. I get impressed by, okay, damn, nigga, it ain't even hard. It ain't even hard for you. So I see all that. But don't stop trying to act like you was motherfucking Notre Dame or some shit, and you just knew this, and nigga, if you had inside information, you knew the nigga had cramps, and you knew it was something else, you should have said something. But don't get mad at me and Mish because we sitting around here questioning niggas hard because he not suiting up, and the coach don't even know what's going on. At the point in time, nigga, the coach sitting there, I don't know what's going on. What the fuck you want me to think?
Yo,
nigga?
OG.
Fuck around with nigga. You nigga want to be. Well, I told you.
Saying new information, but me still saying DNP. She still saying that. You saying new information? She's saying. No, but you just said me and Mish. You grouping yourself with Mish, but Mish is still on that side. That's
And
all I'm
I'm
saying.
and I'm grouping Meech based on the time in the past, nigga. I'm not saying me and Meech feel like this now. I'm speaking for myself now. I'm telling you what how me and
Okay.
Meech felt back then. You be halfway listening.
I'm
No,
gonna
I
do.
be, I
I'm
still
gonna
be
You be
do.
listening.
halfway
You just
listening.
be, you said me and me. Don't say
You
that,
again,
man.
you halfway
I'm
listening.
gonna do to
But yeah,
respond to you, and I'm gonna see what Barry got to say too. You was debating us Ronaldo 4 years ago. Shoot, I don't care about Messi, bro. Never will be a Messi fan. I respect him though. I that's how I am, bro. I don't care about the aces, but I respect Asia Wilson though. I don't care about Messi, but I respect him as a football player. So that's just how I am. But I'm gonna do say how long until Utah gave him the keys? Uh,
yeah.
shit.
See, niggas already talking about giving a nigga
What
the
do you
key.
mean?
Nigga
Oh,
played
he
two
OG.
summer.
He's
Nigga
that
played
good
two
though.
summer league
3 years?
games, and
How
niggas
he
talking
not
about
is?
OG,
the
he's that
keys.
good though.
And you sitting over there with a nigga named Keontae George, that's hell of a good too, nigga. And you talking about
No,
giving a
but no,
nigga the
no.
keys, nigga.
Yes,
We
Keontae
ain't
will
seen
be
this nigga up under no motherfucking question, nigga.
He
Keontae
had a
will
hell of
be
a year.
Keontae will be really good. I just think DP will be better. OG. Like
We ain't seen this nigga
my
up
brother.
under
Look,
no type
OG.
of
My
heat.
brothers Wes and Shaggy said they should trade Keontae right now. Is that crazy to think that?
Absolutely. 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 It's crazy to say that right now.
Yeah, I don't align with them, but I mean, I get their thought process though.
I mean,
You trade
Keontae had,
Keontae.
hold on.
If
You
it
said
comes down to
Keontae's
it,
a
you trade
what?
Keontae next year, not this year. Hell no.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hell no. No.
And they're waiting
Uh-uh.
to give him that extension.
Keontae at his ceiling is what, a sub all
They told
star?
me the same thing,
DP
OG.
supposed to be one of the best guard
It's it's
prospects.
it's, it's the
Like, what are
moment
we
thing
talking
though,
about?
OG. So it's like, you know what I'm saying. You gotta think about it. Like, what do you do in the moment? But in 5 months, we'll see in 5 months.
I don't understand where you niggas coming from talking about why do you want to get rid of another good player
Next, so
when they could
appreciate that,
potentially
follow.
mesh together and build something
Because
special. I don't understand that.
because
OG.
OG. So their thought process is like you trade Keontae, and who
And get
knows what
what?
you can.
And
Well,
get what?
OG, hold on. So who knows what you could get back? I'm not. Look, I'm not on the trade Keontae side. I'm not on that right now because it's like at the same time, why not? What's wrong with keeping him? What's wrong with keeping him, DP, Ace, Marketing, Jackson? I mean, it's what, 4 scores, 3 scores, and 1 ball. It's
I
tough,
don't
but I think they can make it work.
I don't even understand that line of thinking
Keontae showed me 1 year of him
because
being
one
a
nigga
actual good player. What are we
All right,
doing?
let's see.
Y'all act
one
like Keontae.
So this is
He
one
gave he gave you 1 good year, nigga.
this is
What are
Shaggy.
we talking? Who the fuck is
Keontae was good for more than 1 year. He was just really good this past
nigga?
season.
No, he wasn't.
He was just
This is
really
breakout year, bro.
He was good both years, by the way.
yeah, he was just really good
He
this
was okay.
he
Him
was
and
just
Isaiah Collier was in
extremely he
talks.
was just
Niggas
extremely
was talking about him or Isaiah Collier. I was there. What are you talking about?
he was
but
just
Nigga,
my
I mean
extremely
they
point
was
my
just
right. Nigga, that don't mean they was right.
It
What the
was in
fuck?
yeah.
conversation, brother.
my point is but again,
He
but
was
I'm
just
still not understanding the
he was
reasoning.
just
Like
extremely better this past season, but he was still good for the last 2 years, arguably probably
I'm
even
not
three.
saying he was a scrub. I'm just saying he just came on the scene this year. He wasn't no player. You could
All right,
but what
easily
is
all right,
that?
you
move
What
him.
got
is
it, you
Like,
got
Why
it,
would
that?
you
you
say
got it, you
that?
got it, you got it, you got
I'm,
it. All right, so
What is
Shaggy side of things is basically trade him before we got to pay him. DP Ace and Jaren Jackson Jr. is the future. Wes, where do you align or fall with the trade Keontae right now thing? So OG can respond
you
back
didn't
to
say
it.
marketing.
I'm trading Keontae too.
Yeah, but I'm saying I just explained Shaggy
You
region.
heard me?
I just explained Shaggy region. What's your region? So OG can respond to it.
Oh, pay him. I think he's going to be around probably 30 plus. Uh, and it's just unnecessary. I think it's also like, I don't believe in the player, so I would sell high.
Mm.
And that's what it is for me. And he hasn't done anything wrong, first of all. When I say I don't believe in the player, it's not like hate towards him. I just think that his style of play, the level he can reach, isn't going to be a level that is anything worthwhile per se, in the grand scheme of things. I would prefer a future built around DP. Um, I think the tricky part here is Lori, because Lori's old. Lori's almost 30. So it's like, could you trade Deontay or could you really trade Lord? And I think that's where people would be split. I just think, Deontay should have an easier contract to move. Younger player, I think teams will take flyers on him for it. But I don't think he's bad at all. I'm just looking at BP and how they fit together, and I'm not super stoked about that fit, that combination. Because I think he's not the proper guard to set BP up. So it's like, all right, you have physical, two backcourt mates who basically, I think, when they have the ball in their hand, do very similar things in terms of how they run teams, how they would play ball. Like they're score first guard. Neither will set each other up exceptionally well. And I think DP is probably going to be a better player than Deontay in year one. Like that's how I feel about him. He'll be better defensively for sure. He might be a better shooter or just as good of a shooter. And I think he has more on ball juice in terms of like, being resilient, getting to the spots on the court that he would like to get to. So I just think he's a better prospect than Keontae. And I will bank on the better player, in my opinion, which is going to be CP. But if they keep him, I don't have an issue with it. I just about to pay him 30 mil. That team's going to get expensive for no reason. But you lost Kessler, so maybe it's worthwhile.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up, but go ahead.
For me though, I can understand like if it was a matter of both of the dudes play the exact same position and you can't keep it's redundant. And I don't see I see a small bit of redundancy there. I don't see a huge amount. One thing that Keontae showed me last year is he can play off the ball, he can play on the ball. And preferably, I like him on the ball at his size. I don't want him playing off the ball at his size. I want him playing on the ball. And he's smart. And another thing is, when we talk about getting rid of somebody, I'm looking at how smart are these two guys? Are both of them? Is one of them smart and one of them didn't have a high basketball IQ? Are both of them smart? If both of them are smart, they can both. To me, that's the chance for them to be able to play together based on their IQ. And I think both of them have extremely high IQs. You can put Keontae on the ball. You can put Keontae on the ball. You can put DP off the ball, which I think that's what he does really, really good. And then you can see it. So now Keontae can guard the ones, DP can guard the twos. I think they could. I think that's no for me. I think they can coexist. If y'all just talking about I don't want to have to pay him. See, that's the part where I just get it. I'm not. Y'all looking at full picture as far as we gonna have to pay him in a couple of years, and that's fair. I'm not saying you're wrong for that. But strictly from a strictly matching, getting on the court, being able to play off each other, play together, I think to me it's just way too premature to be talking about, well, we can get rid of Keontae now because we got DP. And if you really think DP is going to be that much better, which I think ultimately, if everything lines up, he has the potential to be better than Keontae, without question. That's not the question, though. But that's even that to me, that's even more reason why you keep Keontae, right? Because now I don't need Keontae to be my stud. I got one, and you can play off him, and that's going to make you better because you play it off of him. So for me, I'm not touching Keontae right now. This shit gonna have to tell me it don't work. I'm not just gonna make an assumption. Based on this guy's talent, I'm gonna move this other one. And we appreciate what you did. And you're not gonna be as good as him, so we got to get rid. No, I mean that he can. It's okay for him to be better than Keontae, and they can coexist. I think they can. For me, I think you got that 1-2 punch is scary to me. If DP ends up being, if he can
How?
continue why not? Why can't it be? I don't understand when we say they can't play off. They both have very high basketball IQs. I seen Keontae play off the ball. I've seen him play on the ball. So it's not a matter of, he's bad when he's off the ball. No, he can play off the ball. He's bad when he's on the ball. That's not the case either. So
I'm
why is it
talking
that?
about the team not having true point guard, right? And that's what I'm speaking to more
And
so.
and I feel like this day and age, that's starting to be that's starting to be a moot point. I'm not saying you don't need a point guard, but I think just having a traditional point guard and building a team that way, I think that's becoming a thing of the past. I'm not saying you can't do that, but I'm just saying for me, I think the way the game is going these days, I think they getting two guards out there that can play off each other and they making that shit work. That's just me on that. If we talk about now the Laurie thing, that makes perfect sense. I think you got a whole bunch of stuff in the same spot. You got Ace, you got JJJ, you got Laurie. I think that's where you could get off some of that shit, and you're not gonna lose much, and you can get something back for that. I'm all for that, but I don't know. I mean, so
There's,
I don't
uh,
know. I think
no,
Yeah, I
that's
I,
think.
fair. I think I'm just super high on Collier, and I think Collier's game complements Buddy Moore. Collier has more holes in his game than Keontae, obviously, because his scoring isn't there. He can't shoot at all. But
yeah,
Collier's only about getting a paint touch, but he's really, really good at that. And he gets everybody involved. Everybody eats when Collier's on the court. I think DP being as good as he is as shooter, slasher, off ball player, has some connected passing chops, and then looking at a Laurie, if you keep him, an Ace, Jaron Jackson Jr., Bryce Sensabaugh coming off the bench. Whatever they feel about Cody Williams as a role player, all these wings who are going to be reliant on someone to get them the ball, because all of them operate off ball. That's one of the things I think they have an issue with, and maybe why moving Laurie isn't a bad idea, because a lot of their wings are redundant. Ace is an off-ball player. He can create his own shot, but for the most part, he's going to play off-ball, get his ball in the offense. Laurie, extreme off-ball operator. Darryn Jackson Jr., off-ball creator. It's all a bunch of guys who get in the flow of the offense based off of what others do and what the coach creates. So I don't think you're wrong on that part. I just think that um, it's just risky, and I'm saying because you have to pay him. If
yeah,
Keontae was on another, like still on his rookie deal, or even let's say Keontae's market, if his market isn't what I think it'll be, I'm all for keeping him on team. I think it just depends on what market's like. If you end up in a situation where you're paying him 37 in that ballpark, I think me personally, I might. That's it.
and I'm not mad at the Collier point because I think Collier, you talk about old school traditional point guard, pass first, think pass first. I think you're absolutely right. I think he would spread that ball out like a motherfucker. I mean, he was doing that on the shit from a secondary standpoint, not secondary as far as being, the secondary playmaker on the court, but as far as playing off the, off the bench and all that type of stuff. He was doing that at a high level last year. But when you do that, now you create a hole as far as spacing. Because again, like you mentioned, he can't shoot. So now you just, you got maybe you got better in one area from a playmaking, from a getting everybody, making sure everybody eats standpoint, but then you lose spacing because he can't shoot. So I don't know. I think it's at least for me. I'm rocking with it. I like it. I think it's a scary 1-2 punch. And it'll have to show me. It'll have to tell me, yeah, no, this ain't gonna work. But on the surface, I mean, DP with his defensive capabilities, I think he's a pretty good defender. Uh, Highly athletic. He can guard 1, 2. Yeah, and then Keontae, because Keontae really isn't. To me, he's a small two guard, and I like him better on the ball with his ability to score. And I think he can play make too. I think he's a real smart kid, man. If you kind of tell him what you need, I need a little bit more of this and a little bit less of that. From what I understand about the kid, from him growing up right around the corner, I think he can adapt. I think he can. I think he'll be able to get it done. But to your point about the money, I can't argue that. And for me, and to be honest with y'all, that's outside of my deal. I don't know shit about the money part. I don't know how to try to make sure you're in a position to pay a person, and so you don't have to pay all that other shit. I'm strictly talking about from a talent standpoint, strictly talent. But yeah, good conversation.
All right. Yeah, my quick thoughts.
That's it for year one. For year one. For year one, like I said, year one, I let it rock out.
Nah, he good.
Like,
He good. Now, he about to say, I was
like
about to say, yeah, that's how the Utah Jazz are approaching it. That's what I would do. They have the ability to extend him right now. They said instead of doing that right now, we're going to see how he plays alongside DP in the backcourt, and then we will address that. I do think they will extend him if they like how the fit looks, and I think they should as well because you don't got to pay DP and Ace if they are a part of your future, which I would expect those players to be until another 3 years, 4 years from now. Ace obviously be coming up in 3 years, DP be coming up in 4 years. So why not? And Darryn and Laurie Markkinen contract becomes some books. potentially around that time anyway. So Keontae really isn't impacting anything because you have your core 7, 8 players. At the end of the day, 9 players, and that's literally what you see on the screen when it comes to Cody, Bryce, who they can get back at a good number, Flip, who they can get back at a good number, Isaiah, who they can get back at a good number, he'll probably get thrown some money, and Ace, Keontae, etc. So they have their 8, 9 guys. And I think they did a great job when it came to giving Nurkic a 2-year deal as well to have that veteran presence down low at that center spot. So, man, the Utah team is built so nice. You know, it's really just going to come down to how well they play together. At the end of the day, so I'm a super fan of what they got going on in the West, and I'm curious to see how they play this season. I'm going to answer your question. I think Darryn Peterson will get the keys in year 2, not this rookie season. And then Ski Mask Killer. Before Z Farm and anybody else speak, probably Barry or something. Z Farm said guys are lucky. Trading Keontae would be the biggest mistake. DP can become an all-star. Why keep Key? That makes 0 sense when you have to give an extension next year because he's a good basketball player. Like, what's wrong with having good basketball players, y'all? Keontae's contract will move better than Lauri's. Okay. If anything, Lauri is more positionally disposable with Ace and JJ as forwards. Yeah, that's what Ace West was just saying, I think. So, all right, man. Yeah, that's my little thoughts, y'all. Anybody else want to chime in on this DP thing? AJ, Utah, whatever.
Okay. I was probably saying my one thing. So pretty much, I was pretty much gonna say because I understand what you're saying because you think DP is the best player in the draft, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's fair because if you've been like analyzing their films since high school, like pretty much what I think. I was saying this when I was in here, I think like 2 days ago, but it was open talk. But I'm pretty much saying I think DP is a more polished player than AJ right now, right this second. Which is, I think that's I think it's pretty fair. It's pretty fair something if you watch a lot of their film. But I think the reason why the Wizards took AJ one was because they think he has a higher upside than DP. And I'm hoping that he's able to showcase that. I think they played on July 9th with theirs. I think that's Thursday, right? So yeah, I'm just kind of because the Wizards fans have been kind of going crazy on the timeline about how
I'm telling you
how DP performed. Yeah, the first 2 games. So it's kind of like damn, like I don't know. And I'm kind of just worried about how they're going to approach AJ's debut if he doesn't live up to those specific expectations. So basically what I'm trying to say is that like Wizards fans are going to they might have to be a little bit more patient with AJ than they are with DP because DP is like super duper polished. He's got a bunch of counters. He can shoot. He can play on and off the ball. Like he can. Yeah, he's a really good player. So I don't know. That was really just like when I went back and watched the film. That's kind of what I was like noticing for real. So because he had like you said, he had the 8 turnovers. He had the 8 turnovers in the first game, and the second game he had the 12 assists. I'm like, damn, and that was kind of like my drawback with him was his playmaking. So if he's going to be able to do that, he's going to be a really good player. And then also, another thing that I noticed that he's super duper touch reliant. Like he's not. Hello. 1 second. Here you go. But yeah, like pretty much what I have been noticing, like he wasn't. The first game he was getting to the front of the rim a lot, but in the second game he was kind of a lot of floaters. He was super duper touch reliant. So that's kind of like my preference as a player. I like when players get like directly to the front of the rim. So I don't know. It's going to be a really good battle to talk about. And we didn't even get to talk about, well, I'm not sure because I was doing a little late, but we didn't get to talk about how good Boozer was in that game, too. So, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm rapping with Boozer and Michael and Darius Acuff and things like that.
Oh, my God,
yeah,
Michael.
This was just the deepest segment real quick. But,
Michael looked pretty good. Really, worse than Bennett Sturts, though. Worse than Bennett Sturts.
That's my favorite guard.
Michael's going to be a player, bro. I ain't going to lie.
That was my favorite guard. I love his game the most of all the guards.
What I'll try to add, I was thinking, Barry, when you finish,
Oh, yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, what I'll try to add is, and DP is looking best. Cam is looking really good. Everything is as advertised, right? Those 2 prospects, atop the draft. We'll see what happens with AJ. We'll see what happens with Caleb. Caleb obviously is the more raw prospect, and
before
I think it'll take them just a little bit more time to acclimate. But I just if Summer League performances can move you to where this is only for the people who had AJ first. It shouldn't move you to the point where now DP is over AJ. AJ has
Yeah.
not played a single minute of summer league basketball. Let AJ get on the court. Remember why he was, to a lot of people, the number one prospect. Think of how good DP looks, and then imagine that there's a guy who's taking number one in this draft. And it may not have been just a mistake. Not everybody is so quick to be like, oh, you know, AJ is a hell of a prospect, and he will have his opportunities to show that as well. But salute to DP. The off-ball or on-ball juice, excuse me, is better than I anticipated, um, which is really special. And the touch is elite. Like this touch is already elite. Maybe that's a little strong, so I could walk it back, tailor it to great. And this touch is really, really, really special already, right off the bat. And I think that the future is bright for him. Cam, he looks like everything you want a power forward in this league to look like now. He can off the dribble, play on the perimeter, can shoot, can pass, rebound, has some defensive chops. He does everything that you want. Connectivity, you can build an offense around him, but it doesn't have to um, revolve around him scoring. He can have a great impact on the game, being an 18 point per game guy. He doesn't have to go average 28, and that's really, really special because it allows you to put a lot of good talent around the player. Like, he's a guy who I think a lot of players in the future will want to play with. That used to be a real talking point for free agency days. Well, is this a guy that other stars will want to come go play with? I think that applies to Cam Boozer. So salute to
Mm.
him. And
You got a
yeah,
question too.
salute to the class. Here's A Cuff was really
Yeah.
good last night. Michael, as
Um,
they said, was good. The actuals looked good in his moments. So yeah, special. What'd you say, Eric?
Nah, you got a question. They said, does West think DP will reach a level of play similar to Cooper did last year in 1 to 2 years?
Um, Depends on what they thought Cooper's level of play was. For me personally, sure, absolutely. I
You
I
said
I
absolutely
didn't
like he
think,
would.
yeah, yeah. I'm not as high on Cooper's rookie season. I think his season as a whole was a lot more reasonable for people to for other prospects to reach. I think if you're talking about what he peaked out, maybe DP doesn't peak as high as Cooper. But I think he could be better than, not even good. I think he will be better than to start the year off. Now, granted, Coop is being played out of position, whatever. But the year is the year. Context, whoever wants to add it can add it. But he did start the year off super well. I think DP will start the year off better than Coop. Um, and yeah, so I think his rookie year will be as good as Coop's. Do I think he'll peak as high though? No. I think Coop higher than maybe all of these rookies were their first year.
Yeah, man. Way to, and Z Farm, feel free to step in, but way to take your part and highlight the other rookies in this class, man. That's why I was so high on this class. You see NBA veterans like KG last night tweeting about this class and comparing it to '96, showing the level that they can reach. I also said, over the shit, damn this whole entire year, I think this class will be better than '03. Obviously, LeBron be the best overall player, point blank player between the two, but his class easily be better than '03 in my opinion. Where you got guys, Cam Boozer first and foremost. I want to address him real quick. I don't really praise ops when they at the school, but I'm just that much of a Kentucky fan. But like Boozer, man, I mean, through his couple of games played so far this year, the rebound and the ability to score, the 3-point shot making, the playmaking. I mean, top of the key passes, like the passes that's been on display by him been phenomenal. It's been amazing. Nothing short of a future star forward in this league. And like Wes said, guys will probably be gearing up to play alongside of him because I think that's he's gonna be able to do from just overall. So when you think about some of the other guards in the class, I had typed in the chat yesterday like A Cuff had more of the buzz. Don't get me wrong, but Michael, due to his back injuries and things like that, he still ended up going a spot higher than him. And I said, bro, like he's so clear. Probably, I don't know. I don't want to jump the gun, but he's so clear. Probably gonna be the second best guard in this class behind DP. I mean, the way he move on the court and his the fact that he's just a little bit more bigger than A Cup, I think that's going to matter a little bit more when it's all said and done. A Cup is obviously special. I'm still waiting to see Wagler and Caleb Wilson play some basketball if they're all going to be playing basketball in the summer league. And then Cam Carr is another name to mention. Ryan Conwell is another name to mention. He's been really good for the Heat, y'all. Who else can I shout out? I think Mara had 4 blocks last night for OKC. Yak's been good for Golden State in his couple of games played. Agor been good. He's not a rookie, but I don't even want to shout him out that he's not a rookie. But am I missing a rookie?
I'm trying to think. Fleming.
Fleming, yes. Fleming's been cool, you can say. Fleming's been solid. You see the flashes with him as well. And I don't know how Sturt's been, so I can't really comment on Sturt's, but yeah. And I think Braden was okay yesterday. I got to dive into him a little bit more too. I didn't see what happened as much yesterday. So, Z-From, you got any words, man? Like, how you feel about DP, man? Like, I know you once was on that side. You obviously took a big shift. I respect it at the end of the day, but how you feel about how you saw the DP, these first couple of games, man? Where you at with everything that you did?
I'm going to be honest, I didn't watch because, again, I don't care about these glorified national televised scrimmages that you guys watch on NBA TV. I don't care. If they could do this in October and September, that's cool. That's when the games actually start to matter. That's when wins and Larry O'Brien progress begins. This means nothing. These games mean nothing. If you win the Summer League trophy, congratulations. That absolutely means nothing. You don't hang banners for that. You probably get some in the practice facilities, but not in the actual arena. So I don't care. He looks good from what I've seen on highlights, though. I like what I'm seeing in the highlights on Twitter, the minute clips that I'm seeing. But, if Wizards fans are complaining about this, I heard it earlier. We haven't seen our guy yet, but we see our guy on Thursday, and guess who he plays. So I can't wait for that. That is the one game I will watch because I do want to at least see how we gel together. We do have a lot of guys coming back from last year in that draft class. Will Riley's going to be down there. Jameer Watkins, I feel like
what a player.
If that's the matchup that Darryn Peterson's going to get, I'm really intrigued on how he handles Darryn Peterson, Jameer Watkins. That is probably the most defensive player he's going to get this summer league. So, I'm excited for Thursday. It's probably the only game I will watch just to see how guys play because it's really the only game that's going to matter. I wouldn't be surprised if AJ has a slow start. If you look at the last, I think, 5 first overall picks, they didn't play well in their first couple summer league games. So, it all depends. We'll see. But I'm excited. I feel like we still have the right guy. We still have the number one guy. And we picked the right guy. So we'll see. But, hey, Utah's got a good core. Hopefully they can build off of it. I like what they have over there. But I do feel like we picked the better guy, and we picked the better guy in the better classes for the last 3 years. So why be wrong now?
Z-Form, you saw your guy for 30-plus games throughout the season, so you good. A lot of these niggas ain't seen this nigga play, so that's why it's so hard.
I want to make a PSA.
You saw your guy, though.
I want to make a PSA. Y'all, I'm not trying to be funny, y'all, but, like, I don't know if y'all understand what's coming on Thursday. After the game he just had last night, what did he say? Yeah, he went behind me in the draft. He could have came out with an agenda. I silenced that shit. What do y'all think he gonna do on Thursday, y'all? What do y'all really think he gonna do on Thursday?
I ain't gonna lie.
I hope y'all ready, bruh. Twitter gonna break. I hope y'all ready, bruh.
Listen,
just watch.
He had a better box score than Boozer, but he wasn't necessarily better than Boozer. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
listen, he could drop 40 points. It don't matter. He got to get through training camp first.
Sure.
He got to play game one.
Here we go.
This is nothing wrong with that. Right. He's got to get through training camp first. That's when it starts mattering. Actually, screw October. That's when that starts to matter. That's when Keontae George is there. That's when the guys are there. Cody Williams is going to be fighting for his job. That's when guys are going to start battling. Is training camp. That's when you're going to see real sweat, real blood in the NBA training facility. This summer league crap. Listen, I said it last night. I'll say it again. I never put stock into this stuff because you see guys like Cooper Flagg, you saw Victor Wembanyama when they played in the summer league. Is that the tell-all? If Cooper Flagg last year, what did he go 2 for 23? He went 2 for 23 in his first game. If y'all gonna grade that, cool. But Darryn Peterson, he had 2 good games. I'll say good games. 2 good games. Now everybody think he's the best in the world. So it's okay.
That
It's
one was
fine.
borderline, bro.
We'll see. We'll see what
Borderline
happens
people.
when the training camps start to hit. When the road schedule starts to hit. Those back-to-backs start to hit. We'll see if he plays in those back-to-backs. I'd be shocked. He's got that cramp shit. Remember, guys, he's got that cramp shit. That's a genetic thing. That's a genetic thing. Remember that. So we'll see. But again, my front office has never made a wrong pick since they've been here. So I'm very interested to see if this is the first time that's going to be wrong. But it's 99% not. They didn't pick
Z-Farm.
Wow. What's the word?
Z-Farm.
Fact, Shay.
Hello, B.
Shay.
I think he did. I think he did that.
Z-Farm, how
I
are
think
you,
he did that
brother?
on you.
Nah, Z-Farm's still there.
I'm doing great. Yeah.
Z-Farm, how are you, brother?
I'm doing great. I'm ready to go.
Talk
Basketball
to me,
season
Z-Farm. Talk to me, Z-Farm. 'Cause I'm right down the street from. I'm right down the street from you, brother.
If the
1 through
summer
6.
league don't matter, why are you looking forward to this matchup, Z-Farm? Like, why do you care to watch it if it don't matter, brother?
This is the only game that matters because you know what? AJ DeBonce is finally in a Wizards uniform.
So if DP busts his ass like he been doing throughout their careers, what are you going to say?
Okay, wait. Okay, see now we gotta add
Jameer Watkins. So if he busts Jameer Watkins' ass,
If
who's on a
DP
two-way
look like the
contract,
better player, like he been doing throughout their careers, what are you going to say?
Wait, you think he? Okay, all right.
I guess put him in the Hall of Fame because that's going to make him a Hall of Fame player. He's the number one guy there.
Throughout their careers, that's a little gas. That's a little gas. I'll be honest.
Their most recent games, DP been better, bro. At Kansas, BYU, I think the 51, 44 point game, something like that in high school, DP been the better player, bro.
Well, listen, but I got.
That's cool.
Yeah.
He can have the better summer league game. I don't care. I don't care. He can have that better
Don't
summer
watch.
league
Okay,
game.
don't watch. Don't watch.
After Thursday, I'm
don't watch. Don't watch.
After Thursday, I'm not gonna watch. After Thursday, I'm cool. They can do whatever. They can run Jameer Watkins 40 minutes. I don't give a fuck. They did last year. Cool.
I don't like Z-Farm tone. He based you plea bargaining right now. You already trying. I feel like you think. I feel like you
care about
think.
These games?
I really don't, but I feel like, but if my dudes was in the same circumstance, I would care a little bit about it because I'm competitive. But I feel like you trying to make an excuse before the shit over with. Like you already trying.
That's exactly what Shaggy just said in the chat, by the way.
And you got a dude though. You got a dude that improved it over a whole season. This nigga here, the jury's still out for me. Can he play from the last 2 games? Yes, but I've seen AJ do shit for the whole motherfucking collegiate season. So I don't understand that. You ought to be pumping your chest up. I expect DP and AJ to have a blow for blow. I don't give a fuck who wins the game. I just want to see them 2 niggas compete and go blow for blow. And I know shit. If my man don't come up, I don't give a damn about this his first game. And I'm not trying to hear none of that shit, man. I want you to rise to the challenge. I'm number 1, he number 2, and I'm number 1 for a reason, and he number 2 for a reason. And I'm finna show you niggas. That's what I want to see. That's what I want. I'm like, shit.
You guys want to do all this. My GM has a resume. I know what my general manager and front office does. They help.
Z-Farm full of shit, man.
No. This isn't trash talk either, by the way. Look at what happened in OKC. Look at what happened when Will Dawkins was there and those guys, in LA Clippers with Winger. Look at what happened over there. The guy that drafted J-Dub, the guy that helped build that championship roster over there. He's calling the OKC the East. Hold on, Tween. Hold on. Before you want to, do that blah 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 shit. Give me a minute.
Hey, not too much.
The OKC
my fault,
shit,
Demon. My fault.
We've seen shit get built up over there in the West. A lot of people were like, man, OKC this, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. They built the background. They built the J-Dubs. They built the AJ Mitchells. They built the guys like Aaron Wiggins, Maryland national champion. Should have been Maryland national champion in 2020. But now we're looking at Washington. My resume, from that general manager standpoint, he hasn't been wrong since. Name the last 2 drafts we've been winners. We have been undisputed winners. Will Riley, Keyshawn George, those guys, they'll be background players. He's got his guy. He's got his Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got his number 1 option. He's got his guy. I would be shocked if now all of a sudden this guy drafted J-Dub. He went through 10 years of OKC and us, and he was never wrong. I would be shocked if he got the first overall pick wrong. Because that's how good how good his resume is. So I would be shocked if now all of a sudden, when he gets the best pick, the best chance to get the best player he could possibly get, I would be shocked if he was wrong.
Okay, that's
we'll
fair.
see though. We'll see.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Hearing Dawkins talk about AJ, bro, like I'm not gonna lie. Like,
some good points. I'm not gonna lie. Will Riley, that nigga's nice.
No, but hearing Dawkins talk about him though is like, nah, I don't think he got that wrong either. To be honest,
Why?
like if
Why?
you really
Yo,
like,
Z Farm.
okay,
Z Farm. Why isn't Bub Carrington playing in the summer league though? I was like, they got him
Man,
off what? They not letting him play or some shit. He's supposed to be
man, we
playing, bro.
man, it's a tween. What that
I
got
mean,
to do with
he just
anything
so
what we
yeah,
talking about right
he's
now,
so terrible
man?
with
well,
that.
I ain't gonna lie. Wait,
Like
I ain't
he,
gonna lie. I want to go back to it.
Golly,
no,
I, ain't
yeah,
gonna, I want to go back to what
tween
tween
Evan
is
nigga
like
said.
said
bottom,
Bub
bro. I
Carrington.
don't.
You
Tween
missed
fell
you,
off, bro. I just gotta call it what it is. He
Nigga
fell
said
off.
it fell off.
Yeah, he fell off. I
Yeah,
gotta call it what it is, bro.
golly.
We
That
I ain't
having
gonna
nigga
lie.
good
I
said
want to go
compliments
Bub
back
now,
to what
like
he
Carrington.
said
AJ
about
and
the high school
DP and the
matchups,
Wizards
bro.
and
That's
things like
Yeah,
that.
I'm not gonna lie. Hey, Bub Carrington, he can go enjoy that Seattle or Las Vegas expansion team. He's probably going to be in the expansion draft.
yeah.
So hey,
He
shout
was a
out to
good
him.
dude. He was a good
He'll
dude though. I
be
ain't gonna lie.
he'll be a
Like
good
you know what
player
I'm
for them.
saying.
But hey, this is about Trey Johnson. This is about AJ DeBonsta. You know what we can maybe see from Juju Reese. He has an opportunity to make the squad. Will Riley's
Brother,
obviously going to be there.
brother,
So you know, I mean,
brother.
that's really the four guys I'm going to be looking for tomorrow. And that's going to be I'm not going to say the best squad possible, but hey, if you could put DeBonsta, Jameer, Trey, Juju, we got Kadari Richmond. That's another defender.
Good
Hey,
player. That's a
good
good
luck.
player. Nah,
Good
I'm a
luck,
big. I
man.
ain't gonna lie.
That's all I'm going to
I ain't
say.
gonna lie. He
So
low key a beaver.
we
But
got a
nah,
lot to wait. I
I
can't
like
wait.
how you say he just. Oh my bad.
You know, like I said, what?
I can't wait for tomorrow, man. The defense is going to be insane. If DP has a
Hey,
great game tomorrow, I'll praise him because we have solid
Okay,
Z-Farm,
defenders.
okay.
But if he
I like
doesn't,
how you was
I
saying he
want
just
I
been
want
busting
all of y'all
AJ
in
ass
here.
this whole
I want
time
all
though,
of y'all
bro.
in
That's
here to
not
be
cool,
like,
bro.
damn, let's chill. It's summer league. But if you have a good game and AJ have a good game, we got to be like, damn, they two great players. This might be the best draft we've seen in a
Right.
while. So I just want the praise to
Z-Farm, are
be,
you worried about Trey Johnson?
no, not at
Why
all.
would we be worried about
No,
him?
no, I think he's
Well,
going to be
it
a
sound like
very
more like he worried about AJ than Trey Johnson to
no,
me.
he's more of a valuable bench piece this year, especially with the Trey Young extension. He's going to be coming off the bench more than
Okay.
likely. So,
Future
yeah, man.
starter, bro. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, he'll be when obviously given probably the most minutes off the bench this year. He'll probably be a good player, but just not a star at the moment.
Do you
We're
guys
just
think
I
you
just don't
make
like.
the
Okay.
play in Z Farm?
I don't know what we're gonna
Let
do.
it go, bro.
I
Let it
No,
personally,
go.
no, I know
I
that, but I'm just
the
asking.
nine spot is something that we should be targeting for. I feel like the 9 spot in the East is a good starting point. We're still young. This is the first time this
Yeah,
team
yeah,
has
yeah.
tried to be competitive. So, and I still don't trust Brian Keefe as a coach. So, we'll see. But I do trust the new regime in their front office, and the players are going to be solid. This is the year where if guys want to step up, the Bilal Koulibalys, the Bub Carringtons, like mentioned, they got to step up. But yeah, this is the year.
So I take it you're gonna be
Hey,
watching again this year, Z-Farm.
Of course, I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be watching everything. The Washington Capitals are back to being good. The Washington Wizards are good. I've obviously got the Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson, so I'll be watching all 17 of those games. But yeah, it's going to be a
Better be
good
you
fall
better
and winter months.
better
I
be
just
It'll be a
looking
great
remember.
fall and
forward
winter
to
months.
basketball. Better be
I'm
looking
going to
forward
be
to
I'm going to be
basketball.
eating all
What do you mean by that?
winter.
What you mean by that?
You know exactly what I mean by that, bro.
What do you mean he better be looking forward to basketball? Why he can't look forward to football too?
I mean, you can look
Because
forward to
nigga,
having a
yeah.
you can look forward to having a decent regular season and then maybe
Bro,
making
why
playoffs.
do
Or
you
Hey,
talk as if your team
hey,
was a favorite in the NFC? You're not no more.
Ev, it's
I
okay.
don't
They
give
think
a
we have John
fuck if we're
Harbaugh,
the
so it's all right.
favorite. What the
It's all right.
fuck?
It's all
We
right.
weren't
Hey,
the
they
favorite.
think we
We
got John
weren't the
Harbaugh. They
favorite.
think it's
We
all right.
Like
weren't
what
the
the
favorite when
fuck?
we won the fuck. We
Okay, but
weren't the
your team
favorite
is
when we
not better
won
than
the
mine.
Super
Let's just talk
Bowl.
about that. Your team not
What
better than
the?
mine.
Yes, the fuck it is. Are you
No,
fucking
it's not.
nuts? Yes, the fuck it is, bro. Shut the fuck up,
Do
bro.
we have
Keep this
record
shit
bet? Do we
going
have record? Okay, do we have record bet? Do we have record
Yeah,
bet?
we should have record
Okay,
bet. We
cool.
should have record bet. If go check, because if not, I'm ready to put whatever the fuck amount of money you want on
Okay,
it.
we bet 100 on it already. Don't worry about it. You're just chatting,
Your
bro.
team's better than mine. You've been telling me that for the past 5 years. Not one season have you guys done anything more than the Eagles.
Oh shit.
What the fuck? We've been having this conversation for 5 straight years. I've been to 2 Super
Bro,
Bowls in that span and won a Super Bowl.
Once
Why are you talking to me,
one
bro?
Super Bowl you got walked down, and one other Super Bowl you dominated the mid Chiefs team, brother. That ended
Okay,
up,
now
that
let's
ended,
talk about your Super
that
Bowls
ended
in
up
the last
probably
5
beating
years.
my team. That thing that's
Let's talk about your Super Bowls in the last 5 years.
process. You
That's what I
cannot tell
thought.
him he cannot look forward to Ravens games as if you got a lot to look forward to in Philly. We got
Hey,
a whole
that's
new
got
coaching
fuck-
staff. We got a great head coach. We got really good defensive players. We still got.
You don't know
Mark,
if he's a great
we,
head. How can you say he's a
we-
great head coach when he's never been a head coach before? You're
We
hoping
have
he's
a
a
guy
good head
that we
coach.
got a guy that I expect to be a great head coach and a
Bro,
new
I'm so tired of
and
it.
a new staff. At the end of the day, we have great defensive players. We have Lamar Jackson under the helm, and we still have one of the best offenses in the league. Point blank. Period. Do you disagree?
Yes.
So you do disagree?
Yes, I don't think that you guys are going to be good. I think you're going to be a middle-of-the-road team, and you're going to struggle to make playoffs in that division. And if you do get into the playoffs, you're not going to make any noise.
Division.
Wash, rinse, repeat. Baltimore Ravens. Wash, rinse, repeat. The same fucking thing every year. Until you prove me otherwise, I will then say you're right, Ev. But every fucking year, I hear the same bullshit with the Ravens, and it literally fails every fucking year.
I'm
tired of it, bro.
Third straight year?
I'm not doing the Cincinnati nothing. I don't care who wins the division.
I'm doing the Texas thing this year. I'm
You
doing
fucking
the
division
I'm
show.
with process.
Nigga,
Don't forget about our bet either, Ev.
What's our bet, Alex?
Wait a minute. A broken-ass Pittsburgh
You
Steelers
said
won that
250
division.
a
You want me to
game,
argue
Ravens
about that
versus
division?
Bengals next year.
50 a game?
250.
250.
Oh,
We
wow.
bet that?
Wow.
Yes,
nigga
we
must
did.
been
You
drunk.
said each game you'd be down for 250 a game.
Okay, I'm putting in my notes.
You guys are going to break
I like
even.
that.
That
That's a
works.
good- yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
spot.
I was going to say, you guys are probably going to break even.
Who's his team? You know, you
The
Eagles
Bengals.
fan, Alex?
He's a Bengals fan
Oh.
somehow.
Well, hey, 11/29, November 29. What are we doing?
Can we just
In
do
the H.
can we just do 200? The 50 throwing me off. Can we just do 200?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, put it in my notes. Bet 200.
What about me and you? What are we doing? 11/29.
Bro, nobody's betting with you, bro. You don't have a
Yeah,
team.
you're
Stop.
a Cowboys fan. Stop
You're
the,
worse than
stop the goofy shit.
Fuck
No,
that shit, bro.
the Texans.
You should go back to Dallas. Dallas probably gonna win the division this year.
Yeah.
Process don't want to hear
Dallas-
that, but y'all probably gonna win the division
Texas-
this year.
Look here, nigga. I drive
Hey,
my
why
own
are
car.
you
I don't
talking
need
about
no
the
nigga.
Texans right now?
Bet it. Bet it. Bet it. Bet it. We don't win
11/29.
the division. Bet it. We don't win the
11
division.
Hold on, process. Let me get this business taken care
Nobody's
of with my
betting with
team,
the
man.
fucking Texans.
Oh, gee, why do I hear you
team.
talking about Texans over there?
That's what I'm
Bro,
saying.
Hey.
Your team.
Hey,
Bro, he
Bro, that
doesn't even
division's so
talk
ass
serious
now.
about
You got the
football
Cowboys,
anymore.
You got John Harbaugh.
That division is
He
ass,
doesn't
low
even
key.
talk.
Old
That division's
ass
ass. The
Washington, bro.
Pittsburgh Steelers won your division last year with nobody at quarterback.
Pittsburgh's always a great team. Pittsburgh,
Oh
Yeah,
my
but they're
God.
always mediocre. They're
Pittsburgh-
always
Oh,
mediocre
Pittsburgh
though.
was a great
They're
team.
all
Yeah,
no,
they're
but they're
always
always mediocre though.
mediocre. Yeah, so a
Pittsburgh would
mediocre
always
ass
beat the
team
fucking
won your fucking
Cowboys.
division.
Yeah, Lamar
Commanders and
Lamar
Giants.
missed games.
Pittsburgh could never beat us. We've been busting Pittsburgh's
We
ass
had a
for
bad
the
head. We had a
past
bad head
4
coach.
years.
They could beat the other three teams though. They could definitely beat
Bro,
the
what,
Giants.
listen, Ev, listen. You got to look at it from an outsider's perspective. I know you're a fan, and I know you're never gonna ever talk bad about your
I'm
squad.
not. I'm,
but it's been the
I'm
same-
being
No,
honest
no,
about my
no,
team.
no,
What do you
no.
want me to say? I'll be honest.
No, but you're not being honest.
I will
about your
literally be
team
honest
because
right now. What do you want me to say? Go ahead.
God forbid y'all lose to the
Are
B
you
team.
guys a Super Bowl contender?
Are we Super Bowl contenders in the AFC? Yes.
Yes.
How was that crazy to say?
You're not honest about your team, dog. I can't tell you.
Bro, what?
Because
The
you guys
Ravens are
haven't
Super Bowl
been Super Bowl
contenders.
contenders for the
So-
last 4 years.
Yeah,
How
we
can you be a Super Bowl contender and never come close to getting to the Super Bowl? and
close.
falling
That's
short
literally
every
a lie. We
single
went to the
fucking
AFC
year?
Championship.
And
Why
your
did you just
offensive
lie?
line-
We went to the
and you
AFC
fucking
Championship,
blew it.
and another year we won a
And
playoff
you've been-
game.
and
So
you've
why?
been
What are
downhill.
you talking
And then you've
about?
been- Okay,
Is
so you
that
went to the
not
AFC
majority, if not
Championship.
all, the AFC?
You went to the AFC Championship. You lost you lost in the AFC Championship. The next year, you lost in the second round of the playoffs.
So can I
and
ask
then the
you?
year after that,
Okay,
you
can I
missed,
ask you a question?
you
Process?
missed playoffs.
Can I ask you a
Process,
question?
they have the third best odds for a Super Bowl. They're obviously
Like he knows we're
Yeah,
contenders.
They
That is so
had the first-
That's so
Bro,
idiotic of
they
him,
had
man.
the first. Wait a minute, they had the first best odds going into the fucking season last
And we
year.
were
And they
content. We
made
were Super Bowl
playoffs.
contenders. Going into the year, we were
And
Super
you
Bowl
didn't make
contenders.
playoffs, and you did not make
But your
playoffs.
question was going into the year, though. We are Super Bowl contenders.
Yeah, because you, in your stupid head, you think that. I don't care what the odds say, dog.
You
I
always
don't
bring
give
up the
a fuck.
odds, though.
No, I bring up the odds when we're talking about betting. That's a bad bet if you're going to bet the fucking Ravens to win the Super Bowl or get to the Super Bowl.
That's
They
a
ain't
bad
doing
bet.
it. They're
All
not.
right, dog.
And they have a bad offensive line. That's the one thing you
Process.
guys keep not.
You don't have
bring
a
up
top
at all.
process.
What's-
You're not
what's
even a
so bad
top
about
two
the
team in
offensive
your
line?
own
What?
conference.
Hello?
I don't care. That could be your opinion, dog.
No, you're. Are you better?
Everyone
Are you better than the Rams?
We are the best team in the.
Are you
fucking
better than the
NFC.
Rams?
What did I just say? We are the best team.
Yeah, I'm good off
What
talking
the
to you
fuck?
then. How the fuck we gonna have an honest conversation? You can't even be honest.
We've been busting the Rams' ass for the
You're
past
not
4
better than the
fucking
Rams
years.
right now.
Bro, we beat them last year. We beat them the year before in the playoffs and in the regular season, and then we beat them in the playoffs the year before that. Until the Rams could beat me, I'm not gonna say that team's better than me because they added pieces, because they did this, because they did that.
Can I
I
ask you a
don't care
question
what
then?
they have
Can
on
I ask you a
paper.
question then?
I don't give a fuck.
Okay, can I ask you a question? Are the Bills Super Bowl contenders?
Oh, you can't.
Okay, are the Bills
talk to
Super
me.
Bowl contenders?
No.
So who's Super Bowl contenders at AFC to you then?
Who are Super Bowl contenders in the AFC to me? Well, I don't know about Kansas City because of their quarterback. So depending on that's up in the air because I don't know if he's going to come back. So I like
He's not
them.
for the Chargers.
So who?
So I like them. I like them to come out.
So
of the
there's
NFC,
one team. So
the
there's only one.
AFC.
There's only one Super Bowl contender in the
Can I
AFC.
finish?
The,
Can I
the
Okay, I'm
finish
sorry.
what I'm
I'm
gonna
sorry.
say?
I'm sorry.
Can I finish what I said? And this is another question mark because I don't know how his quarterback's going to be. But that defense in Denver, if they're the same as they were last year, and Bo Nix is healthy, they're Super Bowl contenders more than you guys. After them, I mean, I don't think
Bo
that
Nix?
I don't think that they're going to be back into the playoff contentions like high seed. I think they'll get to the playoffs, but they added AJ Brown. I know I shit on the guy. He's obviously still a good receiver. So New England coming off of losing the Super Bowl, they would be a better contender than you guys. So I'd give it to them, even though I do think in my heart of hearts that they're not going to get back there, and I think they're going to struggle with an all-time schedule or with a harder schedule this year. But I'd say them. And then after that, it's the guys that are, almost at the finish line and never can make it. You guys, the Bills, and all that stuff. But you're not top three.
So
depending on their health.
So the Broncos are contenders for making the AFC Championship one year.
No, the Broncos are contenders because they have a fucking elite defense. Elite.
Good.
Like top of the
What
line.
about the Texans? Texans got an elite defense.
Yeah, the
You
Texans
got
have an
defense.
elite. Yeah, but the difference is, Bo Nix is better than C.J. Stroud for some fucked up reason. That's the problem with you guys. I don't know what the fuck happened to your boy after his rookie season, but he looks like shit.
Y'all comparing
Until he could get better and show me, then I don't have any faith in him either, bro. It's the same thing. All four quarterbacks that are supposed to be elite in the AFC. Well, no, C.J. Stroud's not supposed to be elite. We can mark him out of this. He's not in these conversations. But Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Justin Herbert, they cannot get it done in the big game. And the other elite quarterback, well, Mahomes, obviously, he can get there if he plays, whatever. But Joe Burrow, you got to look at their team. I'm tired of. I've been on Cincinnati's side for the past couple of years, saying they're going to get it done. They're going to get it done. But again, they're another failure to me. I don't know how you can't build a fucking roster good enough with that offensive talent, with that great of a quarterback, and you can't get them an offensive.
We're not all blessed. We're not all blessed
Now,
with a Hall of Fame offensive line for a quarterback.
I know, but you guys can't draft the fucking guys well either. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that you guys are a bad team. I'm saying
your team is ass as fuck. Amadou, make sure we bet again this year.
You have bad ownership, but I will say this year for the free agents you signed, getting Lawrence, all that shit. I think Cincinnati could be good, but I'm tired of saying they're going to be good because they fucking let everyone down every year.
Listen, I got a real question.
I think Cook is going to be a bigger addition than Lawrence even.
I got a real question, Process, for real.
I don't know how you view Denver in that fucking shit stack.
Yeah, that's just...
Denver is an elite defense, dog. They're
Process,
elite.
Okay, and based on that, I got a question, for real, Process. The Texans, do you agree that the Texans defense
is so sickening?
Is so good. The Texans defense is so good that they could actually we don't need CJ to be motherfucking Roger Staubach. You know what I mean?
But you also need a running game, OG.
Yeah, but forget about him being. He can't even be fucking a regular ass. He sucks.
If he can beat Davis Mills, we in a fucking Super Bowl. We beat New England last year.
Yeah, but he can't.
Yes, he
That's
can.
the problem.
Yes, he can.
He's not
Yes,
even
he
that.
You don't have a run game either.
Bro,
we just beefed up the offensive line and we picked up David. We got David Montgomery. So
has been ass, though. I understand what you're saying. If he can be that level of quarterback, if he could be a game manager, if he could be that good of a quarterback to kind of just like not turn the ball over, not fuck up, yeah, you guys have the team to do it. You have the receivers, you have the defense and all that stuff. But he has yet to. His best season was as a rookie. It looks like teams have caught up to him, and he looks like dog shit. He looks like shit, bro. When he came into the fucking season, me and Ev were like, this fucking dude's got it. I remember me and Ev having this conversation. This fucking dude's going to be this. He's going to be that. It's the best rookie season I've ever seen. He fucking blows. I mean, I think he has it in him to get back to it, but it don't look until he's got to prove me otherwise. Now, listen, I have hot takes. I think that some teams can do, like, I think the Jags are going to be really good this year. But again, I'm not going to say, they're Super Bowl contenders because it's a hot take that I think they're going to be good.
But that's not but if you say that about Denver,
right, he on bullshit.
You have to say the same thing again about the Texans.
Oh, because Bo Nix has already looked better than C.J. Stroud in the playoffs.
I give you that. But again, I'm not asking C.J. to try to jump up and be something he's not. I'm just asking him not to get in the way. And if they can dumb down his role and he can just the simple shit. And that's easier to achieve than saying, hey, We need a playmaker at this position. We don't need a playmaker at that position. We just
Yeah,
need
but he
somebody
has
that don't get in the
gotten
way.
in
He
the
can do
way,
that.
though. But he has gotten in the way.
Wait,
Yeah.
the way OG talking, like, you would think, like, so when you ask your quarterback to not get in the way or do something like that, you gotta have like an OC run game. They got that?
We just beefed it up. Offensive line got better, and we got David Montgomery. Woody Marshall's pretty good last year.
OG, don't let him know.
Stop
Don't
it.
let him know. Don't let him know.
Stop.
Fantasy read. Don't let him know. Don't let him know.
Can we stop
All right.
this shit?
Don't let him know. They
Bro,
gotta
we
get
stop
out.
what? Can we stop what?
This weed shit. He keeps talking about it like it's his team, bro. Stop.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, y'all,
Brother.
bro. He's been on this, like,
Yeah,
at what point?
I'm
Come on,
here.
gang. It's been
he
2
been on
years,
his
bro.
track
Wait,
record,
wait.
bro.
I'm here.
Like, he's
I'm
a Texas
telling
fan, gang. Like,
Gary, all
No,
the
Wait,
fucking
G, you're not a
block
Cowboys
there.
fan no more?
Nah, he
you. No,
switched. He switched, dude.
no.
it's been 2
It ain't
years,
sweet.
gang.
You
Like, we
like
can't,
saying
like,
that.
at
Nah,
what
we're
point
not
is
giving him
he
2 full
where
years.
he's
It's been
at?
a year, gang. We ain't giving him 2 full game.
What you?
Hey,
He
honestly,
did it before last season, gang.
Right, so this been 1 year. This
Oh
full
yeah,
season coming up
yeah.
make
I
it
get
2.
you. I get you.
We ain't give him 2.
This is the second year. Let's put it
Yeah,
like that. This is the
yeah.
second year.
Which is still crazy to me.
Yeah.
But like even Sue, everybody up here is still stunned. OG, the fact that
That's
OG
just,
is
bro. That's
stunned.
just Sue. Sue ain't been around. He ain't get the new updates yet.
Nah, but that's
Yeah.
not the thing. Like, OG's
That's
the
the
last
system,
nigga
nigga.
that I would ever think that would do something like that. Like,
Exactly.
I
Nah,
thought it would
that's
be a
What you
Cowboys
mean
fair.
do
for life.
something like that? Nigga, stop talking about do something like that. Nigga,
Yeah, like that,
I
Nigga, I
nigga.
thought you
You supposed to stand
not
on
out of there,
loyalty.
Nick. Wait. You went from that to CJ Stroud.
Hey, I move because of
Yeah, I don't
Jerry.
know.
I move
That's the
because
thing
of
that throw
Jerry.
me off about the move, OG, because it's like I don't think you really went to a better situation. Like, I don't really.
But see, I don't move like that, Lo. That's what the typical
Okay, so
niggas
you
in here
ain't
do.
move. You ain't moved for
Yeah,
that reason. Okay.
yeah,
But he moved
exactly.
because of a Micah
It's
Parsons
on other
trade when they
shit.
turned
You
it
know
out
what I'm
better. When they
saying?
turned out better for them anyway. Because of a Micah Parsons trade.
No, it was
It
that was
was
just the tip of
that.
the iceberg. It was
Right,
the
Now
tip of the
that was the last
iceberg.
straw though, for
It
sure.
was
and
the
me
tip
and
of the
Shaggy were on that
iceberg.
last year. I told y'all that's gonna work out for Dallas.
Yeah, it worked out for them.
Yeah.
Wait,
They
what?
got
How you
lucky.
say that though? What happened?
Yeah.
I think
You don't
we
know if
good,
it
right?
worked out yet, but I know what
I'm
you're
about to
saying.
say how are you saying it worked out for them?
Kenny 2 picks, I believe, and then I think they just used one of them to draft freaking y'all know who the safety from Ohio
Caleb
State.
Downs.
Caleb Downs, thank you.
Caleb Downs,
Mm-hmm.
and they got
Well,
Quinn
that Caleb
Williams
Downs is a
from the
And then
Texas
they got
pick.
Quinn Williams as well.
They
No,
used
but
it for
that
My,
Caleb
Malachi
Downs,
Willis.
I thought Caleb
that
Downs
Caleb,
was their own pick.
Probably was their
Caleb
own
Downs
pick.
is their own
Yeah,
pick.
probably
It
was
was
their own
Malachi
pick.
Willis,
yeah.
the edge from UCF. He's
Yeah,
good
that
though. I
was
do
a
like Malachi.
yeah. My son tried to give me a jersey. I wouldn't take it, nigga. I'm not coming back, nigga.
OG,
I'm
you should
done,
go back
nigga.
though. Like, y'all niggas,
You
No,
really should. You
I'm not
live in
getting no
Dallas,
Caleb
nigga. You
Downs
live in
jersey,
y'all
Dallas.
nigga. No.
got a good oath.
He
Listen, I'll tell you
tripping.
this right now. Dallas, if Dallas can get that shit together, that's an easy
They
division.
gonna win the
I don't
division,
care.
bro. Trust.
I don't care if
Nah,
Dak.
don't hold on, y'all. Chill out. Calm
If
down.
Dak is
I ain't gonna
healthy,
lie,
that's an easy
bro.
division. I don't give a fuck.
That division is gonna be bumpy, bro.
Tell Process that he don't think so. He think they're the
With
best team
who?
in the NFC.
I never said the division's
With
going to
who?
be
That's a
some
two-team division.
cakewalk. I just think that we're going to win it.
You
Like,
think
be a
you think y'all the
two-team
best team?
race,
You
though.
think y'all the
Process,
best
that's
team?
not guaranteed
You think y'all
though.
the best team in the
yeah,
NFC though?
I'm not guaranteeing it. I said I think that we win the division. I bet on it. I mean, that's all I'm saying.
You think
like,
y'all
yeah,
the best team in the
division-
NFC though?
Bro, this is the yeah, I do. This is the best.
Why?
This is the same conversation that we've been having
Your
with
wide receiver room
Process.
is mid as fuck.
This nigga Process delusional as fuck, bro.
Okay, we're
You got
mid.
Devontae
We're
Smith
mid.
and Hollywood Brown and a rookie, bro. Like and
Right,
the other
yeah.
coach from the Packers. Your room is mid, bro.
Yeah, okay. We'll see. Listen,
Hollywood
we'll
Brown
see what happens.
Oh shit.
Y'all got Dontavia Wicks. Or I'm making it up.
Yeah, no,
they
we do.
Yeah, so Wicks, Hollywood, the Lemon, and Devontae
I mean,
Smith.
Lemon's going to be the number 2 receiver, dog.
That's
Like,
your room is mid, dog.
Okay, it's better than yours.
Process,
Are you
worried
about Southland not being there anymore at all?
Worry about who?
Jeff Southland not being there anymore.
Or can one of those guys catch a contested pass? I'm curious.
It's a little bit worrisome, but I mean, it's the same.
Two groups.
It's the same offensive line group that we've had that's been coached under him for the past couple of years. The reason the Eagles didn't look that good last year is because 2 of the guys were fucking hurt. So, I mean, and their coach is an idiot. And I've been saying that for a while now. I think we have
I think the offensive line's still going to be straight. I just more meant down the road. Like, you guys aren't going to be able to just take random New Zealand rugby stars and turn them into all pros.
Yeah, it could hurt down the road. We'll see. Maybe. But, I mean, yeah, we'll see. I mean, it could hurt, yeah. I don't know. But like it doesn't. Nothing matters to me about next year, except that I think that they're going to win the division. I think that they're going to go far in the playoffs. I think that they're the best team in the NFC, and nothing can steer me otherwise until they prove me fucking wrong.
Well,
So
you
what
sound
happened?
like
So what went wrong
I'm
this
getting
season
mad at
then?
Ed for me.
Yeah, so what went wrong this season?
What
Who
went
did
wrong?
you guys hire as
They
offensive
had a
coordinator?
legit moron running the offense.
Yeah, and we had a legit moron as a head coach.
Yeah, okay, we'll
and
see.
you know what's
Yeah,
crazy?
you can
Devin
say that.
Boyle was the number one
We'll see
option.
what happens.
Guess who got him? Guess who got it? Guess who pivoted to their plan B? Which I believe is Sean Mannion. Sean Mannion's your OC, right? So Sean Mannion was your plan B. Declan Doyle was your plan A. Guess who got your plan A? And you say we're going to be a mid middle of the pack?
Yeah, for an OC. For an OC.
And I'll say this now: he will be a head coach in 2 years. He will not be here long.
Okay, yeah, that's great. I think Sean Mannion's going to end up being our head coach.
You hope for that?
I mean, no, I don't. I think that if what's his name, Sirianni is. If we have a bad season this year, Sirianni's getting fired, and then I think they're going to make Sean Mannion the head coach.
When?
Yeah, when
Yeah,
Z
congrats,
Farm.
man. I hope you
I'm
enjoy
tired.
your food.
Bro, honestly, I'm sick and tired of talking to y'all about this shit, dog. Because you guys just say every
Bro,
year.
process. Why you letting these Ravens fans talk to you like
Bro,
that?
he
Like
attacked
they
us first. No, he started it. He started it.
Go ahead, tell me about the
Brennan's
John
man
Harbaugh
says
coach.
Z Farm don't got no reason to look forward to the NFL season. I'm like, what you mean by that?
Go ahead and tell me about John
Like
Harbaugh.
he got anything to look forward to?
Don't lose to the Ravens.
Your quarterback mid as fuck. You just traded AJ Brown. Saquon was not as good last year. Like, bro, why are you so happy about your team? And why can't Z Farm be happy?
You better
This is the
sweep the
same
Giants.
conversation.
You better sweep the fucking Giants. That's all I'm going to say.
This is the same conversation we had the year after we lost
Your
the Super
team
Bowl.
mid as fuck, bro.
This is the same conversation we had about the Eagles after we lost the Super Bowl. We lost the Super Bowl.
Are you talking about in 2022?
We lost the Super Bowl, right? We got the next year. We ended up losing in the playoffs again,
process.
and they're like, "Oh, it's over for the Eagles.
Process.
It's over for the Eagles." And then we went out and won a Super Bowl. Like, bro, I'm tired of this.
Process. You tell me
You
y'all
guys are
better.
little fucking.
Process. You tell me y'all better than the Rams. Still, y'all played them October 4th. You want to bet 50?
You're my little brother, bro. You're my little brother.
You want to bet 50? You want to bet 50?
Yes, whatever you want.
Okay, no, listen to me. I'm putting in my notes right now. You say you all are better than the Rams. Let's bet 50 when y'all play them in week 4. 50?
We'll bet it. Yes,
okay,
yes,
cool.
yes.
Cool. Thank you.
Yes. Are you better? Who's the best team in the NFL?
Pick any game on my schedule. I'll bet it. Any game.
Okay, but I'm saying, who's the best team in what's it called in the AFC? In your opinion,
Buffalo.
11-29. Bet it.
Probably.
I say Buffalo with that wide receiver core.
All right, so you want to bet 50? You want to bet 50? You want to bet 50 week 8 in Buffalo?
Oh sure. What the fuck? I'm not ducking that.
All right.
What the hell?
Cool. Done.
Yeah, we can circle back to that. I'm not ducking that. What the hell?
No, not circle back. Put it in your notes.
Okay, cool. Bet process.
Circle back. Here you go, trying to fucking sneak shit in here. We'll circle back
That's
to that.
week
No,
8.
we're betting.
Okay, cool. I'll put in my notes. Bet process 50 on.
You wanted to bet week 4. What the fuck?
Week 8.
That's November.
And
bet 50 on 11-29. For real, yeah. Put it in your notes.
Oh, I thought you said you done gambling me. You ain't learned your lesson yet.
No, we just gambled the other week, nigga. Stop lying.
It's 8-1 in the last 9. You're not done. It's 8-1 in the last 9 matchups.
Don't lie, OG. Them niggas 0-3 versus them niggas. I don't know. I need that. Ed. Put it in your notes. Nigga, go take a smoke break, nigga. You better get up. Well, that's a coward ass nigga. You trying to make me forget. I'm going to stay right here. I ain't moving, nigga.
Can't wait, man. 13 wins.
Z4, I'm with process. So y'all need to stop that shit, dog. Y'all come in here so high and feeling good every year, and you motherfuckers flame out every year, dog. For real, dog.
Hey, that was John Harbaugh. That was that bum that's in New York now, and guess what? I can't wait every single week. The New York Post is going to be on his ass for those stupid comments he's going to make. And I'll tell you this now: what's their over under? I'll bet the under right now. I'll go on FanDuel myself and get $100 on that because they're not going to win shit this year.
Doesn't the bum have more rings than y'all's quarterback?
They are a hurt team this year. They still rebuilding.
Well, guess who's getting them hurt?
I mean, they got a
running back that broke his ankle. More rings than y'all's quarterback?
Bum coach. who carried him to that championship, by the way. They kicked him out of the locker room because he couldn't lead a team for jack shit. So let's get the information correct, please. His carcass got carried to a championship. Shout out to John Harbaugh. He will be fired within 2 years.
Yeah, more NFL talks is definitely coming. We gonna take it to open talks right now though, from a show perspective. And then, like I said, Sunday or Monday this week coming up, I'm gonna introduce more open NFL talk. Obviously, NBA Summer League, but off-season trade and things like that is pretty much out the park now. Like, unless something big happen, I think the next big thing when we talk about LeBron James, where he signed or what he's going to do for that team. Other than that, we're on the Summer League and the NFL going forward, and the World Cup too, going forward. So we're going to head to open talks real quick, wrap it up there. And thank y'all so much for tapping into the show today. We had a good 2 hours and 35 minutes. And make sure I hit that subscribe button on YouTube, hit that follow button on Twitch. And we'll be back here from a show perspective on Sunday or Monday. DP versus AJ watch party this Thursday in the Discord, 9 o'clock. Make sure y'all pull up. All right, let me see if talks pick up in here. Let me end this on Twitter. End this on YouTube. All right.
I need Zay for